Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. How's it going? Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Hello. Oh gosh, so late. Sorry about the wait. Extra late today. I was about to say it's not my fault, but it totally is. The reason today is that last minute I realized I forgot my hat in my car, so I had to go down and go to my car to get my hat and come back. Oh, and yeah, well, I mean that doesn't sound like a long thing, but that was just like the extra cherry on top of my lateness today. Normally I would have been like normal time late, but yeah. Oh Jesus Christ! But it's not. I know I've been slipping this week with terms of lateness and tardiness, but it's the store, man. The store has been eating up so much of my time because of the Christmas deadlines, but that's all done now, and I'll explain soon. But I guess you can kind of infer what I mean by the store is done. Doesn't need to be said more than that, but I'll mention it more soon. But first, I gotta say hello to everyone. Hello, everyone. Also, the fan's not on. That's good. Hot. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, boy. Make it ice cold. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Got my robot doing my bidding. Hello, everyone. This is the cheesiest track you've ever had on your stream. What is it? I must know. Oh, hey, Death Fudge. That track before was... Where is it? Leisure Style A by Keith Mansfield. Possibly related to Mark Mansfield, I'm not sure. Not sure. I should just keep Pretzelbot saying the song title in the chat. I should just do that. But anyways, let's unpause the alerts and say hello to everyone. How do I do this? Do it over here. Do it there. This. Yay. Frosty Slime, 9 months. Welcome back. Stay frosty. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Pancakes. Indeed. Haven't had... That's a lie. I've made... Oh no, not pancakes, but I made crepes not that long ago. It was a disaster. Oh, two cats in a row. Oh my goodness. That means good luck in this culture. But Yuko, 100 bits. How's the weather for the next week in New Zealand? I may have butchered my question. Sounds like a perfectly well constructed question there. But how's the weather for the next week? I have no idea. It's impossible to say. Hippo, by the way. Hippo, thank you very much for the resub. Welcome back. 47 months. How are you doing? How's your front page charity feature stream yesterday? How did that go? I'll say Birdie, welcome back for 9 months as well. A couple of 9 months here today. Twitch babies. Babies all around. Babies for everyone. Check under your seats. Everybody gets a baby. But also, you could answer your question. How's the weather doing? I mean, I feel like New Zealand, Auckland weather specifically is just so sporadic that it's hard to tell. Like every other day, it's like, oh, it's really gloomy and gray and rainy, and then like an hour later, it's super sunny and shiny, and I'm sweating again. So either way, I'm wet. Wet from the rain, wet from sweat. It's gonna be a wet week. That's what I can say. Goodness me. But hello, everyone. The alerts are working. That's good. That's good. Hippo, your front page feature was insane, but so much fun. We raised $1,169.69. Oh my goodness. 1169.69. Nice. Like, wait, I was trying to do some like mathematical equation, but to make it like to extend the humor in these numbers. But I was gonna say it'll turn into like two 70-year-olds because the one plus 69 and the other one plus 69. But that's not even a joke. It's too early. I haven't even had coffee yet. Also, Hippo, thank you very much for that host. Thank you very much. Fragging with Burb. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Hey, Shiba Sucks. Welcome back. AOD Unknown as well. Strike. Jenny Fwang. Hey, long time no see indeed. Jenny, how have you been? Welcome back. Good to see you again. We also got, well, Yuko, of course, is here. Frosty, of course, is here as well. Nictor Fee, the doctor. Hello. Speaking of heat, we might get snow tomorrow. Strike. You lucky son of a gun. Never snows here.
Bobby.
Snowed once for like 3 seconds. It was on the news. But that's about it. Then again, I feel like people who are jealous of people who have snow are exactly the type of people that don't get snow. Because I feel like if I was used to snow, I would also hate it. Because then you have to add like chains to your tires or something. Never had to do it myself, but that's what I hear on the television. Also, hey, Fragging with Burb, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, hey, Cole, welcome back. That's the name right here, welcome back. Hello, everyone. Janakis as well, good to see you. Nicholas Spire, hello, hello. Dower, Yo-Yo, Super Tux is here. Super Tux, Nicholas Spire, yes. Here for the programming overlay stream. I mean, I know I put myself in the programming channel. Not sure how much programming is going to actually happen today, but I mean, it's still, I mean, what is programming really? It's still about, you know, if this, then that, and then figuring out communications between elements. Is that not what coding is really? Doesn't really matter what language you speak. We all speak one language. Troubleshooting. Debugging. That's what today's stream is going to be. Jenny, you've got a new job, so you've been busy, haven't been able to tune into your streams, but you've been good. Hope you've been well too. Excellent. Good to hear that you've been good. Congrats on the new job, by the way. Excellent. And no problem with not catching the streams. I've only recently have I started streaming consistently again. So it's all good. Also, thank you very much for the hydration, more Biber. Yes, this kind of thing right now is exactly what this stream today is all going to be about. Thank you very much for... Thank you for the hydration. Excellent. Rishu, have I picked the title? I haven't decided yet. I don't pick the title until like the very last minute. That's when my stress and anxiety like crescendos into a magical, super successful climax. But I've been thinking about the titles in the background. There were some good ones yesterday. Your one included, Rishu. Bait and switch, not bad. Dare I say, even good. It's a good title. The way I say not bad is excellent, really. That's how I say things. I'm a very glass half empty kind of guy. If it's like the best day of my life, it's like, it wasn't the worst day. And that's true. It wasn't the worst day of my life. Excellent. You climax and then pick a title? Yep. I mean, it happens at the same time. The way you say it implies that I climax and then I pick the title. Like, title doesn't come to me then. We're all just coming together with this great idea. And that's how loading artist comics get made. Thank you very much. Okay. Alright. Hey Sarisi as well, hello. Program some new emotes. Yeah, I know, it's either overlay stuff today or the emote stream today, but I feel like I've been promising this overlay stream for a while now. And there are some bugs I'd like to look at. And also just to show off some stuff that, you know, the overlay you've been looking at. Show you how the sausage is made. And that way, dare I say, you might even appreciate it even more. Also, hey Lifesaver, hello, hello. Hello, hello, I recognize that name. Lifesaver, hello, hello. I recognize you from this Streamerbot Discord server, which I've been scouring. Is that the right word? Scouring for help. Excellent. Well, welcome. I mean, it doesn't look like much right now, the overlays and stuff, but the things that somebody hydrate me. Is that thing on cooldown still? I feel like that's like my most visually satisfying overlay thing. But then, of course, the alerts as well. And that's actually one thing I want to get into, the alerts. Let me show you. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I thought I would do it this way. Look, check this out. I got Streamerbot here on my computers. Oh. Wait, the dark mug in the background is hanging at a significantly different angle than the others.
Now, here's your host.
Hey, Rishi, thank you for the host. Oh! Hold on. Hold on, 1 second. This one. Yeah, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Okay. Alright. Get back to it. Yeah, that one's the broken one. That handle is stuck together with glue. Yes. But I think I'll fix it by just not showing it for the rest of the stream. Alright. Okay, this music is driving me nuts. I'm gonna stop the music for now. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I did this little fancy kind of layout here where we got the Streamerbot over here, got my OBS over here, and of course the webcam over here. And I realized I can't exactly show other windows easily, like my files, my image files and stuff. So bear with me. It's gonna be a little bit of a not as smooth as I'd like today's stream to be, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Also, JC Beloso, welcome back. Also, hey, GeoSim as well. Hello. Good to see you here too. Hello, welcome. Loading ours with the Windows 12 over here. Yes. This is a sneak peek preview at Windows 12. Microsoft admitted Windows 11 nobody likes, and they realized everyone likes that nostalgia hit. So Windows 12, it's looking like this. This is still early days. They've gone too minimal for my liking. I mean, there's not even any. They've got rid of the desktop icons. I've been telling them to bring it back. So at some point we'll get the desktop icons back. But I think they're making everyone draw their own icons. But yeah, hello GSM, recognize you too. Excellent. Okay, so first things first. What the hell is Streamerbot? If you're wondering, it's not a Trojan, it's not a virus. It's this thing, which really fits with this Windows 95 aesthetic. I didn't actually retheme this. This is actually what Streamerbot looks like. I love it. It takes me back. And it's that is basically just a very clever program which lets you manipulate OBS and like bots in your Twitch stream on the fly using actions, and you get all fancy and you got C# and yada yada. And look at all these actions I've made for myself. Look at these ones. I mean, this is not gonna make any sense to anyone, well, except for Lifesaver and GeoSim, I suppose. But this is what I got working on at the moment. There's quite a bunch of stuff here. Like for example, here's a simple one. Here's a simple one here. This thing I got going on here. Well, that looks weird with the OBS down there. That is, I called it FX clapping. And if you look over here, let me just move this here. These are the actions it does. It does it from top to bottom. All right, this is what happens. So, boom. First thing, it plays a different action called set get global variables. Just ignore that for now. That's so that I future-proof my setup. So instead of it saying, hey, check out this file, the clapping file, the clapping GIF exists on, G drive / loading hours / overlay 2 / images / whatever. And in the future I might go to a different computer. The setup is a bit different. Everything's gonna break. No. I've made it so that all I gotta do is change my source folder structure variable once, and then it'll fix everything else. But so anyway, that's forget about that. Not important. Next up, we got OBS RAW. Change to custom image. If I double click this, good God, it's not gonna work. I should have thought of it. I should have thought of this through. Okay, screw it. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna do it this way. I thought I would go fancy with everything, but it's not gonna work. So hold on. Where's the music? Okay. Pardon me. One silly moment here while I do some last minute revisions of how I'm gonna do the stream. Gonna just gonna show my third screen over here. I think that's gonna be the easiest way of doing things. Oh, actually, no, that's not even. Oh, oh, actually, I already got it way easier. Okay, hold on, sorry. I was smart. Look at this. Never mind. Let's get rid of this window. Here's the true window. And that's all we need. Perfect. Okay, that works. That works just as well. And I'll move my OBS. This window. This means I'm going to be facing more this way. That's not great, but whatever. Thank you, thank you. Gee, maybe I... Screw it, whatever. I'm just going to look this way. This is taking way too long. Hey, yo, and Go-Go. Welcome back. Small and hard to read. Ah! Okay, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. It is very small, isn't it? Whoop. Yeah. Okay, now we're cooking. Oh, and you know what else? Screw it. I'm gonna keep OBS over here. I'm gonna bring back OBS via this. Boom. Okay, that works. Man, this is so confusing. Okay, this is OBS, and then this is the thingamajiggy. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. Should be more readable now. Hey, future teen idol. Hello. Welcome back. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, what's this goddamn music? OBS Raw is basically, now we're getting to some coding here. This is, OBS Raw means like, okay, I'm explaining this backwards. People are goddamn confused. I'm so sorry. You got all these actions. You got an action, you got all these sub-actions that you can't see because of my OBS. It's over here. You can add stuff. So you can make Streamerbot perform things. You got an action, and you got sub-actions. So for this action we've got going on, the FX clapping, the clapping hand thingy, it's going to play these things. And you can add more by doing this. Add action, and you've got all these different possibilities. The ones that are really important are these OBS ones that you can't see because it's so small. Okay, hold on, let's move this over here. Jesus Christ! Lifesaver, how do you do this? How do you show off the Streamerbot and everything at a reasonable size and not have everything break? But whatever. And you can do other things. You can make a flip source. You could do get current scene. You can rotate source. You can stop it recording. Yada yada. There's even more, but you just can't see it because it's down there. And then if there's anything that's missing here, you can do raw, which basically means you're left on your own and you got to do some code stuff. And if this makes no sense to you, don't worry. It does not matter. Does not matter. You can make it smaller. Okay, I think I've made this extremely big. This is almost like Exocomics vision necessity big. Let's make it a little bit more reasonable. That's better. Okay, basically this means set source settings. Go into my effects scene and then change my image FX hands source. Change the file to clapping.gif. Because instead of making a different source for each hand, like the thumbs up, and then we get the clapping as well, instead of having like a gazillion different sources in OBS, I'm just got the one source, which is hands. And I change what image it's connected to on the fly using programming. And in this images folder thing, that's the thing I was talking about before, where I set the global variable of where my folders are at. So don't even look at that. And then what happens after that? So it changes the file, and then it goes to OBS source visibility state. Basically just says, hey, in the scene effects scene, make that hands thing visible. And I can test. There you go. See? That's it. It's a looping GIF. So okay, I've kind of broken it now because I can't untest this, but but you know what I mean. And then I make it say play the sound, the crowd applause. There you go. Then you delay for 2.9 seconds, and then you turn off the hand image, and that's how this is done. Hey, Casey Pelosa with the 10 months. Thank you very much. Welcome back. I think I know now how to pay online. Nice. I think parents across the world have just shivered for no reason. Thank you very much for the resub. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Excellent. Hey, GeoSim, there's a pretty good documentation from OBS WebSocket on how OBS Raw works and YouTube video tutorials. And hold the phone there. GeoSim, I just got your gift sub from Cole. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that gift sub. GeoSim, yeah, good documentation on how OBS Raw works. Because yeah, it's an OBS WebSocket thingamajiggy. And in version 15, that'll be in the UI too, so you won't even need Raw for that effect. Excellent. Excellent. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I saw some of that documentation, but even then, kind of went over my head. I got to that GitHub Paralis? Pacalus? I forget the name of the GitHub. It's like a bunch of stuff, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what's happening? So there's a lot of trial and error, but I finally figured it out, and there it is. So that's these 6 things happen every time I push this button. Boom. Okay, that's just to explain like the simplest. That's the simplest thing I've got going on in this overlay. Oh, excellent. Hey, congrats, Yo-Yo! You found that spider. 13th. 13? Wait, are those? I haven't removed all those what are they called? Abused spiders that shouldn't have been caught before. Those are all valid? I'll have to double check. But excellent. Congrats. Legitimate spiders. Ready. Alright. Okay, alright. So anyways, I hope that was a little crash course on what, if you didn't know what the hell the Streamerbot thing is, explains a little bit how it happens. Now, I want to show you one of the more complicated ones I've done. Let's show roughly the sub, I guess, the sub alert. Just a quick one. Where the is it? Oh my god, I can't find it. Alert sub. I was looking at sub alerts, but it's called alert sub, so it's alphabetical by A. This, if you go over here to settings, you got all of these things. Events. Let's go resub because my sub does a chat thing, whatever. And basically it says, hey, which tier is something happening? Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, Twitch Prime, and what action should it do? So I got all my actions here. So Twitch Prime, it's going to do the tier 1 sub alert. It's going to look like this. Right? That's what that looks like. So that's going over here. And now to just quickly run through this thing, this is kind of what happens. So again, get the global variables from my file structure, yada yada, boring. GDI text. So this is setting the text in the text sources in the overlay. I got one for details, which is became a subscriber. And I got one for the tier. Which tier is it? Tier 1, right? But if, as you may have noticed before with that test, I was actually a resub, not a new subscriber, and I was a prime sub, not a tier 1 sub. It's just the same animation otherwise. So I got this if-then thingamajiggy. If tier equals prime, do if prime sub, then continue. So you go over here, if prime sub does this. So if it's a prime sub, actually change the details to used Amazon Prime to get a free sub. Change the tier from tier 1 to prime, and then the username is the user. Go back. The next thing it does, change the bar tier glow. Similar thing to the hands thing I was telling you about. I have a glow image source. I changed that to tier 1. I don't know if anyone's even noticed it, but it's a slightly different color. Since doing this, I realized I could probably just do it with a color filter instead of different images. But this is one of my first actions, so it's a little rough around the edges. And then it does action, the sub alert intro. Okay, so now we're getting into a little bit more it is interesting, yes. And people are shaking their head. This is interesting. To at least 3 people in the chat. Oh. Yo-Yo with the 100 bits. Thank you very much. Hey, by the way, could you maybe click on the spider action? No reason, we just want to learn how you have coded this amazing thing, nothing else. Oh yes, I'll get to that soon. I'll get to that after this. The spider minigame. I'll get to that after this. But good suggestion. And thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, here we go. Sub-alert intro. Sub-alert intro, where is this? It's actually all the way over here. Oh, God knows why. Actually, no, where is it? What the fuck is it? Sub-alert intro. Oh, no, here it is. Action pretzel pause. Pauses my pretzel music, which you know is kind of broken right now. I'll fix that later. Change the message to the... Oh, change the speech bubble message to the message people have typed in for their resub. Yeah. A lot of this is pretty similar stuff. I'm not gonna go through each one. This basically says if it's the first one, do new sub. If it's not the first month, do resub. Here we go. Char in it. This isn't some. I haven't gone full British mode here. British slang. It actually stands for character initialization. This is more complicated than you'd think. This is all about the character that loads in with the alerts. And as you know, those characters are actually persistent, randomly generated, and are the same for that user for the rest of our lives. Until I change something. Until I add more, until I decide to change it up, or you re-roll your character, yada yada. Now I'm just gonna, again, I'm kind of remembering how this is all put together as I'm going through this, so bear with me here. But this is here. Again, I'm not going to go through everything, but I've basically made some global variables. I got character head and character head color, character body, and character body color. Those things are four variables that every user that's interacted with the stream have. It's a global variable. And that gets randomly generated once if it doesn't exist. And the cool thing is, here's a cool thing. What was the cool thing? Okay, now I gotta show you some pictures. So, hooray! Hold on. No more black and white text. We're gonna look at some pretty pictures, which is gonna be nice. Let me go into my character folder here. Okay, I've got two folders. Here we go. Okay, I got this. Here are some heads I've got. I've got this head, this head. Okay? This is just an example of all the heads we got going on. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but yeah. And you may notice they all have green hair. And I think some people can sort of see where this is going. The problem I had was I didn't want to draw and export a gazillion bazillion different PNG files where it's like, oh, guy with hat green, guy with hat red, guy with hat blue. I actually got stupidly far into that process before I realized this is just going to be a never-ending. I'm going to get arthritis from exporting this many PNGs, and it's just going to be so bloated and it's just terrible and yada yada. And then even then, it's like, what? I'm only going to have like what? 10 different colors, and then I have to do 10 different colors for each different head. Not only is it a lot of work, it's also not very customizable either. So, what I've done is I have made the heads and the bodies be able to randomly generate their color through a filter. It randomly selects a number from -180 to 180, and it's basically a hue slider, and it saves that number, and it just changes the color to that color, and it saves it. But then there was an issue where it would also change the colors of the mouths, and then suddenly I've got like purple mouths, blue mouths, because everything is just sliding. So I thought, ah, shit, I'm gonna fix this. Then I came up with this idea. I make whatever colors I want change green, so that, now if I go into here a bit, this is going to be more interesting if I look into OBS. So that, if I go, look at all my scenes here, oh gosh. If I go into, shoot! I know, I should have done, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Go into studio mode, I suppose. Go into character. Can you still see this? Can you see this? I think you can. Go into character, and my character scene, so it's this thing, is made up of 6 different image sources. We got chair background, which is just the chair in the back. You can definitely see this, right? It's hard to, I'm kind of, there's like so many windows within windows, and I just can't tell. Okay, we can see this. Okay, great. Good, good, good. So we got the chair background. We got the body, of course, the head, and the chair foreground, which is the little armrest in front. And then, so anyway, but if I hide everything but the head, for an example, oh, this is a terrible head. Hold on. Wait, do I still have this? Okay, I think I removed my debug. Okay, hold on. This is let's look at the body instead. So we have body, but of course I want to change the color. So I made a separate one called body color, and this thing is randomly chosen the color, right? It slides. And this is the goddamn worst possible character that I could be doing this on. Hold on. Hold on, debug. Oh, Shift F1. Why is that not working? Shift F1. Enabled. Oh, it is turning. There we go. Okay, here, cool. It's excellent. It is working. Let's see. Let's get a good one. Get one with hair, wait, open mouth. Okay, yeah, this is a good example. Good example. Go back here. So actually, see the I'm gonna do this. How am I gonna do this? The head. Oh god, this is so sorry. I shouldn't have done this without rehearsing. I changed the hue of the bottom layer, and see, it's all messed up. The mouth is purple, right? But everything else has changed color, which I like. But then I have another one on top, which is just everything but the green hair. Basically, the green. I chroma key the green. This is terrible. I'm so sorry. Basically, I chroma key the green out, and then underneath it is a duplicate of that image, and that gets changed the color. But the top thing, everything I didn't want changed, stays the same. So like that's what's staying the same, but the bottom is changing color. That makes sense. If that makes sense, I don't even know. Yeah. So, wait. So this is staying the same with the head, and then this is the color in the background. Okay, screw it. I'm lost as well. I'm so sorry. But we basically have two images on top of each other, and then the colors I don't want. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh, that works. I thought that was a headless person. That was a different thing. Excellent. What's this? I can't even. Where's this? Hey, Super Tux. So can I have a different colored cat? Also, does this break everything now? Doesn't break. So you actually it's just changed to your character on the fly. Pretty slick. It makes sense. Very clever. Oh, well, thank you very much, GSM. Thank you very much. I'm applauding myself for the cleverness. Thank you. And also, Yo and Goga, thank you for the 100 bits as well. It just changes your character on the fly. It's just the one scene. But anyways, it makes so much sense once you get it. Yeah, I could definitely explain that better. And maybe I will in a proper, at the end of all of this, just pass on information. Could be kind of neat. But for now, this is like a real crash course of what this thing is supposed to be like. Your Saruman boat tar. Thank you, 100 bits. Excellent. Oh, the chair isn't enabled. Whoops. There we go. Bring the chair back. Yeah, the chair is consistent at the moment. So I need to leave that on. Okay. Also, I missed some chat here. Oh, the phone. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you very much. GeoSim, if I remember correctly, you can color code scene and source names, and you can show them in a grid rather than list. It might make it a little easier to navigate. You can color code scene and source. Oh, I see. Within OBS itself. Right. You can like change the color of things. I thought I remembered seeing that, but I can't remember. Oh, grid mode here, and then you can change the color of these things. Yeah, I should go through that and do this. Where's the color? Here we go. Color, and you change that to red or whatever. Yeah, that's a good point. once I've settled on things, I'll definitely go through and make it easier for myself by changing the colors. Good call. All right. So you composite the character, then screenshot the scene and save it against a specific user. I don't screenshot the scene. I don't screenshot the scene. It automatically saves the character image choice into the global data folder, which I will show. But first, hold on. Maybe I should drink this away. Actually, I'll leave it for now. Let's see. Where is? Hold the phone. Streamerbot, data, globals. Safe to show the globals, is it not? I think it is. I think it's safe to show this. Yeah. So it looks like this right now. It looks like the Matrix if I move it fast enough. But I don't like how I've done this. This is not the most ideal thing. But basically, if I look at the top here, it saves. It's all in one line, I'm pretty sure. But basically, let's look at one where, okay, here we go. User ID. It's not even the username, which is annoying, but user ID. And then the character head is smug glasses.png. The character head color is 154. You even see what I'm highlighting here. Character body is Skelly, the skeleton, and the character body color is 173. And it so saves that. And so whenever someone does an alert, it calls this information, and it splits it out into OBS. Hey, Kelleranton, thank you very much for the host. ID is better because if people change names, it won't break stuff. That's true. It's a good point. But it's hard to tell like who's who. So what I've done is I've actually started adding another global variable called where is it? The username. See what's highlighted down there? The username. And then that records the person's username, so it's a bit easier for me to find out who is who in this goddamn thing. Because that, you might wonder, like, why would I even care to look into this file? But the reason is because once people want like custom characters made, like for VIPs and whatnot, I can easily just theoretically easily go into this and just manually type in the images that they should be being displayed for that character. Also, Vanilla Ice Queen, thank you for the follow. Also, Supertext, I just remembered your question. Does the cat color change? The cat is not green. The cat color does not change. But I could totally do that. For now, I just made them all Lati colored. But I think in the future, I'd like to have more customization like that. Alrighty. Also, hey, Leo Decimo, welcome back. Hello. Also, the reroll option does not show what the reroll changes to. That's something I want to fix as well. Right now, I have a channel point reward letting people regenerate their character randomization, but right now it just happens in the background. You can't really see until the next time you do an alert. But in the future, I do want it to actually come up and then ding, and then go down again, and then so you can see like this, like it randomly being selected and then settling on one, and then saves it like that. So yes, okay. All right. Next, let's do the spider now. Let's do the spider. Let's do the spider now. That's basically the character. That's the most interesting part of the character. Everything else is just a nightmare to try and explain. Let me just move this away again. But where am I at? But yeah, there's just like a bunch here. I'll have to go through it more properly once I get my head around it more. But basically just checks if it exists. If not, read a random line from the files.txt file that I have to have, which looks like this. So these are all the different body images right now. And don't worry, I don't actually go through and type each file name into this text file by hand. I've come up with a script in directory opus is what I use. I push a button and it saves a files.txt with all the file names of the folder that I'm currently in, so I don't have to do that manually, which is a load off. Huge load off. Alright, now. GSM. I love seeing the ingenuity of people using this app. It blows me away every time, and I've been using this over a year. Nice. Well, thank you very much. It's very flattering to have you and Lifesaver check me out. I haven't. For those of you who are regulars of the stream, I'm not like a pillar of the Streamerbot community or anything. I keep a very low profile. I think I might have said like three things in the Discord. So this is like the first time I'm really interacting with any of the Streamerbot folk. Let's see. Because it can't read all files in a directory directly, it needs to read it from a file. Yeah, because the way it works is that it reads a there's an action called read random line from a text file, and I have it read a random line from files of txt and body. Here we go, and then I set the value of character body to random line 1. That's how that works. Yes, and then random line 0 over here. Yeah. I don't think there's a way right now in Streamerbot for it to do that. At least not that I know. It can, but you need C#, so this is a pretty decent implementation. Yeah, I've tried to avoid going the C# route as much as possible, because C# is still just like literally the matrix code for me. I do have a bit of C# stuff here, but that's mainly from generous helpers such as Supertux and Nicholas Spire, Bobby, and whatever I can grab from the Streamerbot Discord or random GitHub links. Hey, Frisbee Ferret, thank you for the follow. Okay, let's look at the spider thing, the spider minigame, as was requested. Where is the spider thing? Here we go. I've got 12 actions as in my spider category. So for those of you who don't know, there's a spider minigame in the stream that every now and then, randomly, a little spider appears and moves randomly, and whoever says load spider first in the chat, or does the emote, catches it, and it records how many spiders you've caught in total. It saves through streams. Doesn't reset. Persistent. Like a AAA game. Like Call of Duty. Yes, the stream is basically Call of Duty, this overlay. Hey, Frisbee Ferret. I'm following the instructions from your Imager post. You're now the second person I'm following on Twitch. Excellent. You know, as they say, first the worst, second the best, and third's the one with the hairy chest. So if you follow me again, that'll be true. Thank you very much for coming here. Unfortunately, today is not a comic stream. Usually this would be a comic stream today, but we finished the comic early this week. So today I'm doing a little loosey-goosey overlay showing off my unmentionables stream. Let's see. Also, I just realized, yo, you were kind of joking about seeing the spider stuff, but you wouldn't mind seeing it? Okay. Well, anyways, here it is. How does it start? First things first, we're going to get out of the Actions tab. We're going to go into Settings, and then Timed Actions. Here we go. Look at this. Spider Game. Enabled. Every 1,000 to 2,000 seconds, whatever, randomly, somewhere in between, does action spider start. So let's see, what's spider start? Here we go. So randomly in that time frame, which, by the way, I do change every now and then, so don't get smart. Don't start trying to reverse engineer the timer or anything. I do change it from time to time. It'll do this. Timer stops the timer thing from happening because it's starting now. Get global spider live to spider live. I kind of forgot what that does, but anyway. If spider live equals 1, then break. Wait, what? What does that mean? I think this could also be looked at again. I think I've done some This is probably like early coding that I think I've done better in the future alerts, but anywho. Basically, if the spider's already alive, then break, then don't do it. But why? Anyway, random number between 200 and 1500. Oh, okay, so this is randomly, okay, I see what is happening here. It generates a random number between these two coordinates and then places the spider on the x-axis there. Changes the random number to these two coordinates and places the spider on the y-axis there. So somewhere in the scene, it'll place the spider. I had to do that because I didn't want it to randomly spawn like 2,000 pixels that way or off screen somewhere where people can't even see it. It's somewhere here, which is important. Then break. Oh, so that's why the overlay breaks so often. If the spider's still on screen, then don't do a second spider. Yeah, I just don't understand why that would have that, because the spider timer has disabled, so this would never get called again anyway until the spider timer gets re-enabled, which happens. Oh, it happens. Oh, that's different. That's a different timer. Yeah, spider time only re-enables once it gets caught anyway, so I'm not sure why that's there. And let's see. And then every 1 to 5 seconds. Wait, delay random. What the hell? Delay random between 1 to 5 seconds. Oh, okay, and then wait between 1 and 5 seconds for some reason, and then make the spider visible. Then the command to say load spider is enabled, so people are able to say load spider and catch it. And also turn on a new timer, spider move. So if you go back here, spider move, that gets turned on. That does the action spider move, same name, not confusing at all. And that's this. Oh yes, that's this. So there's all these different filter states for the spider, and the filter states are move, transition, or move source movement filters. So if you turn that filter on, it moves whatever I decided to do relatively. So I've got 8 different filters here. Northwest, southwest, right, up, northeast, down, left, southeast. I don't know why. I don't know why I went from up, down, left, right to compass coordinates. I didn't know what to say for, like, how do you say northeast in up, down? Like, is that up, right, up, left? No, northeast, up, right. Screw it, whatever. And then I made this thing be random. So every time this happens, it randomly selects one of these things. And that's why the spider randomly moves every now and then. Goodness me. GeoSim, I know I'm going to break your stuff here, but best practice when loading global variables, use different names for the global and argument. Most of the time it's fine, but we did find a few bugs if the names are identical, usually with math functions. Good to know. Good to know. That might explain some of the bugs I've been facing. Okay. It's unfortunate that what you are saying happens to be the part that confuses me the most. This whole like global variable and then like get variable into another variable. I'm still wrapping my head around it. But all right, good to know that it's best to keep them different names. I'll look into this. In fact, let me write that down before I forget it. Name global variable argument different. That's not going to be confusing for me later. Okay. Wait, is the spider broke? Oh no, the spider's broken! What have I done? What have I done? Why is the spider not working? Hold on. People not able to... Wait, that's weird. Why is the spider not being able to get caught? Did I turn something off? I haven't even done anything. Oh wait, hold on. Command is on. The command is enabled. Should be enabled. Spider found. And then that plays spider found. Spider found's over here. Eh? Well, now it works. What the fuck? That was weird. Why is that happening? Strange. Very strange. Well, at least that showcased how the spider moves. Usually you don't really see it move because people are so quick to catch it. But I don't know why that happened. Why did Moorbiber get it? But everyone else couldn't get it. Are the alerts disabled? Are the alerts disabled? Wait. Wait, what the? Hold on. Figure this out. Geosim, basically I'm referring to the get global variable sub action. It asks for the global variable name and a destination variable. Yes, this thingy. Variable name, destination variable. These should be different. These should be different. Okay. I will think about this. Thank you for the heads up, Geosim. Why is the spider? That was really weird. Maybe if I'm like messing around with this, it's not gonna play well when. Maybe I shouldn't be messing with this live. I don't know. That's very strange. Why would that not work? I didn't change anything. Weird. Anyway, congrats to Moorbiber. Maybe the spider chose you. That's the way it happens now. The spider chooses who it wants to get caught by. The alerts are still not working. Why are the alerts? Oh yeah, the alerts are paused. Okay, hey, Jewison. Lifesaver if you're still here. There is this bug, and I don't understand why this bug is happening. While I've got your attention, please help me. I don't know what I've done wrong. The alerts do not unpause properly. Check this out. If I pause the alerts, so I got pause alerts, any alerts that happen during this pause don't automatically continue again when I unpause until a new alert comes in and I pause while it's happening and then I unpause again after it's done. So if I go over here and I go into events and I do a fake follow, Bobby. I pause, I unpause, and then it starts the queue again from the ones that were paused before while it was paused. Jesus Christ, my wording! My wording is so bad! That's actually weird. There's still another alert that isn't... If I pause again, unpause. Netty Netwalker, where are you having bits? Hold on. Christ. Wait, now this isn't working. Bobby. Wait, here we go. Pause. Unpause. Bobby. That's a fake one. Okay, well, I usually have a pretty easy fix, a workaround for this, but the workaround is now also not working properly. Strange. I have submitted it into the bug reports Discord channel with a more wordy explanation as to what's happening. Sarah, man, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, so that's working. Let me pause during this. Where's Netty Netwalker's bits? So then I unpause. Unless, did Netty Netwalker's stuff happen? I just did not see it. Did we already see Netty Netwalker's try this cheat code BABA? Oh, we did see it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Whoops, wrong button. Jesus Christ. We did see Netty Netwalker's bits. I didn't see them, but it did actually happen. Okay. So back to the normal bug. Not this new Delta version of the bug. The normal bug is still happening. Forget the new stuff. Bobby. Oh god, I'm so... Why is this AC not working? Make it... colder. Okay. Turn the fan on as well. Crotch fan, turn on. Okay. Okay. Netty Netwalker, did we see your bits? Right. Wait. Okay, no. This is a second alert. Netty Netwalker, have you seen this alert happen twice now? This is the new alert. This is the new alert you just did now. Oh my god. I'm sweating so hard. Oh, I should take these pants off. Okay. Anyway, what am I doing? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, that's one bug thing that I'm just really perplexed by, this queue alert stuff. But I'll bring it up again in the Discord, in the Streamerbot Discord later. And I don't know why that spider thing stopped working too. But I mean, this program is still in 0.14, so it's, if it's, I mean, assuming it's not something I broke, but this program still has its kinks in there, but it's early days still. One developer. Hey, no, okay, another 100 bits. This Supertext tried this Chica. Okay, you're all you're confusing me with these repeated alerts now. These are fresh alerts. Thank you very much for another 100 bits. Anywho. What the spider star? Spider found. Yeah, once someone does a load spider, it does this. And I've actually also. This is not as interesting anymore, is it? This is not as interesting. I'm so sorry, everyone. I thought it was gonna be more interesting. Sarahman, goddammit. Another 100 bits. With the same text. I missed GeoSim's message. Oh dear, Nicholas Barrett. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, the action cube pause feature was only added a couple weeks ago. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I have hope. I hope it's just early days. But I don't know why it's just me, because it seems like everyone else is fine with it, and it's not. Wonder what it is about me that it hates me so much. What have I done? But, I understand. It's still early days. This program even only just came out, like, what, 2 months ago, I think? In August, I think it was? So still, you know, 0.15 is being worked on, and we'll see what else happens. And also, Nettie Nowalker, thank you for another 100 bits. Super Tux unlocks the hidden banana. Hidden banana. Glued. And Bill Rust, thank you for the 100 bits as well. A lot of 100 bits happening now. Thank you very much. Yes, end of August we went public. Nice. Good timing, because I was just getting started with Leorin board around that time. And I was like getting into making the new overlay in Leorin board. And then Streamerbot came out, and I just shifted across. No offense to Leorin, but I find this to be more straightforward than the Leorin board way of doing things. Anyways. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say about the spider thing, and then we'll move on to the hydration thing, because I think that's more visually appealing. Because I didn't want people catching spiders when I was doing some offline testing, because you could have easily done that if you were in the chat. If you were in the chat and I was offline, but I had Streamerbot running, doing some tests, you could easily have gotten some spiders because it would still be working. But I have added this thing here. It does a fetch URL to see if I'm online or not, and only if I'm offline, it won't do the spider thing. So you can't redeem spiders if I'm offline, even though I have the program running. I'm very protective with this spider market. Don't want to get it inflated. Hey, Radio Jasper as well. Good, welcome back, by the way. Leon board needs a design overhaul. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting style. I think Leon board was made in Game Maker, I think, or RPG Maker. No, surely not RPG Maker. I think it was made in Game Maker, which is interesting. Hold on, got a little surprise guest here for a quick second. Let's just have a quick little kitty intermission. Oh, it was her birthday yesterday. This one's copy. Well, copy and paste it. They both had their birthday yesterday. I'm not beating her. I'm just spanking her butt. She likes it. Oh. Show people how much you like it. Don't play dead. She's not dead. She's fully alive. She's alive and loving it. Hold on. Oh gosh. Frame rate. That's good enough. Whoa. You can't hear, but she's purring a lot. Whoa. Can I hold on. Hold on. Can we get your purrs on the microphone? Prove to people. Can you hear this? Okay. She's purring, but I've got the microphone to her neck like I was taking her hostage. Oh, you can hear her purr a little bit. They're louder in real life. But I've changed the microphone sensitivities so you can't hear my own purrs when I'm streaming all the time. Oh dear. Okay. Good job. Oh, Coffee, you're so cute. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, Green Pixel, Quiet Artist. Hello, welcome back. Oh, jeez. Is this thing working? Hold on. Is this air conditioning even on? Oh my god, I'm heating the room. I had it on heat mode. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Like, it's not gonna get any colder. Why is it getting so hot? God damn. Okay, anyways. Did I press the nuclear button? I thought I did. Oh, I wanted nuclear winter, not nuclear summer. Hard to distinguish. I'm the only one in New Zealand who had a heater running right now in the cusp of summer. Anyways, okay, let's get to the hydration, huh? Okay. Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus Christ! Your claws are so sharp. Oh my God. Shirt's fine though. Good durable shirt from the Loading Artist store. Excellent. By the way, new stuff in the store. By the way, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Didn't announce it properly because I got so distracted by Streamerbot, but more on that later. Did my elbow just click? Jesus. Let's get back to business here. What was I gonna do now? Oh, let's do the hydration thingamajiggy. Hydration. Pretty easy. It's more about the visuals than it is the coding. Hydration reward. So the cool thing about Streamerbot as well is that you can make it actually enable or create channel point rewards within the program itself. You don't have to go to Twitch dashboard to make a channel point reward. You do it in here. You can see them all over here, and you can have it edit the price and stuff. It's very cool. Anyways, so with the reward, I see. Here we go. It does a whole bunch of stuff where it's like an action. It brings the character, generates the character. Whoever redeem the reward. Oh my gosh! I think Poppy wants out. He's trying to knock down my mirror and cause 13 years of bad luck. Ignore all this. Ignore all this. Ignore all this. Plays the sound of a beer bottle opening. Brings the intro thing up. Delays for 2 seconds, and then it plays sound pouring water. Plays sound bubbles, and then the more interesting stuff. Camera full underwater scene turns on. Which doesn't do anything because it may be on, but it ain't showing. Let me show what that looks like. Oops. Here we go. No, this isn't good. Hold on. Get back over here. Go to studio mode. Go to my cam full. So it turns this layer on. Can you even see this? Hold on. Christ. Here we go. Okay, I think this is visible. Oh, Jesus. Okay. There's like a weird bug there, but I haven't even figured out why it happens. It happens like once every 50 times. Anyway, turns his other scene, cam full underwater, which looks like this. right now. It's invisible. I turn it off so it saves CPU usage, I think. Turns it on, but actually there's also a filter, which, by the way, can you see this? You can. I have 3 filters on here. Underwater blue outline. Uh, hold on. Right. Here. This will be a bit easier, I think. Let's see. Studio mode again. Gosh, can you even see this? Yes, you can. Cool. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna show it. Show it. Look at this. Look what happens. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. This is so bad. Saruman, you're not understanding anything? Me neither, man. Me neither. I forgot everything. Water breaking isn't a bug, it's nature. It's a birth of a child. Grinsfills. Thank you for that, Grinsfills. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen now? Someone actually redeemed the hydrate. It's not gonna do anything because it's already here. So, let's see this. What I've got going on. I've got blue tint. I got the underwater shader thing going on. It's actually the drunk shader, drunk effect. And I've got outline. And I've got these move things. And this basically makes it move down, or crops it down, or it shows. And at the same time, it also hides and shows the bubbles. So the bubbles are on a separate... I just realized I've shown this off on stream before. I showed this off on stream before. But anyways, here are bubbles and here are the underwater. They have to be on separate things because of the way I had things set up. And then this outline as well is just to make it look a bit nicer. Oops. Oh geez. Yeah. Oh, this is a nightmare of a stream. Never let me do this ever again. Never let me do this again. I'm getting like PTSD from high school or something, where I had to present something to the class and I just had not done anything and I was just making it up as I went along. That's what this feels like right now. But yeah, got an outline shader thingy, got a blue tint, and I got the underwater effect. And to combine all of those, you get a nice underwater visual. And I like how it breaks the surface silhouette as well. But anyways, that's it. And I've also where it was able to, because I want to have the bubble show at the same time the underwater shows. So in the move thingamajiggy, can you see this? I have a simultaneous move bubbles show. So when this happens, this also happens. See the little eye things turn on at the same time. Same with the shrink. Shrink and hide. They both turn on at the same time. They both turn on at the same time. Oh, good God. But yeah, that's basically it for the water thing. But yeah. Now what? Let's see. What else? What else can I do here to make this stream feel like it was justified? Just trying to implement a new action. Yes. Yes. Oh, I didn't even hydrate. Good call. Good call, Nicholas Spire. Thank you very much. How about some actual work now? I like that idea. Okay. Let's do something. That's a good point. Let's do something. What about we had this idea of similar to the water effect, but the pee break. So instead of being blue water, it is, you guessed it, urine water. So let's do that for some reason. I will do this by, well, I'll duplicate this first of all. I may as well duplicate this. But let me see what that would even look like at first. Let me see what that would even look like. Like over here. Turn this back on. Da-da-da. Okay. If I were to add a not just blue, we'll do another one. Actually, we'll right click, duplicate this. We'll call it yellow. Let's just see what it looks like. Maybe we won't even keep it. Let's see what yellow could look like with this effect. Here we go. Q shift. Wait. Oh wait, hold on. This is not gonna work because it's actually this color multiply. Change this to a nice urine yellow, and then this is a bit more dark orange. Here we go. Well, now we're playing with urine. Wait for let's see, let me change this. Oh, look at the neon sign in the background really. Well, I think it would look like this inside of urine. This is a bit too green, although that's pretty accurate. You don't want it too dark either. I'm not that dehydrated. If I drank that much water, it would be more clear than this, to be honest. But yeah, this is now a water sports stream. Okay. So now we got the yellow filter, which is good. If we hide that now, go back over to Streamerbot, duplicate this, and we're going to call this we're going to call this urinate. I can change it later. And urinate will be the same sort of thing, but here, instead of this, it'll say, says it's time to take a break. Instead of time to hydrate, it's time to take a break. And instead of playing the sound of a beer bottle, not sure what sound it should be to fill up with urine. That doesn't even make any sense. We'll keep a beer bottle for now. Bubbles, pouring water, we'll keep that for now. And then we will do source visibility state. I'm gonna make, oh shit, not that, sorry. I'm gonna make source filter state, sorry. Duplicate that. Change yellow to visible. We'll put that near the top, so it happens before it changes to yellow before you even see it. And duplicate, change the state of the blue to turn off. So blue becomes invisible. There you go. Now, to actually flush this urine, we'll definitely have the toilet flush sound. We already have one in the library. Duplicate, oh whoops, I duplicated the wrong thing. Delete that. I think we need some music for this, just a little bit of, actually screw this music, too distracting. Duplicate the hydrate complete. So this is actually what happens when I hit my hotkey and I drink the water. This will be me not drinking urine, but flushing it. So urinate complete is this reward. Instead of playing the swallowing sound effect, because that would be disturbing, we will instead play the flush. So that is gonna look like, hold on for a second. Let me just turn this off for a quick peek. Not sure what folder is gonna be visible. Where's toilet flush? There we go. Toilet flush. There we go. Bring it back. There you go. Also, I think this is going to be added to the Streamerbot at some point, but like a test sound would be great here. Right here. This button right here would be awesome. Because I don't know what volume this is at. I have to like play it. The weird thing is that test sound actually works for a different action where it's play sound from folder or play random sound from folder. That actually has a test sound. But I assume this is going to be coming at some point. So we'll have flush. Let's just crank it up a bit so we can make sure we hear it. 50%. And then it'll shrink the water. And great. Oh, also, the reward, we're gonna have to change that. But one more thing before I forget. This yellow filter, we're gonna need to copy this, and I'm gonna make sure we turn it back off, so that when we do the hydrate, it doesn't become like a yellow, blue, like a green water thing. So we're gonna turn yellow back off, and blue back on. So it's ready for hydration. There you go. Okay, now let's do, what should we do? What should we do? Make it a, let's make it a command for now. Before I do a channel point reward, just because that takes more setup. Let's just do P, and it's only allowed for for everyone, I guess. But there's a global cooldown of 60 seconds. Okay. Oh, and I haven't made it assigned to anything. Make that actually do the urinate complete. Oh wait, no, that doesn't make sense because this is a urinate complete. Oh yeah. Not urinate complete. Urinate. That's what it is. Okay. Hold on, let me get rid of this first. Okay. All right. That should work, and then I'll make a hotkey to complete urine. So for the hydration complete, I go control minus. Hey, Super Tux, congrats on that spider! And then for this, I'll do, for now, I'll change it to something else, but I'll do control plus. That'll do urinate complete. Okay. Now, moment of truth. Let's see what this looks like. Let me go full screen for this. Dear God, this is disgusting. Okay, and then when I'm done with my biz, it'll be like this. Terrible. Yeah, we're not. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It's a very simple one to do there, but yeah, pretty. I mean, that was a lot faster to do because basically all I had to do is duplicate the hydration one. But yeah, this is, if we do keep this, it's gonna be much rarer, much rarer. Probably something that only I can trigger because I mean, what am I gonna do? Just go to the bathroom every time someone tells me to go to the bathroom? Like, what is this? What is this? OnlyFans? No. I would have to be like part of the BRB screen or something. I'm not sure. But yeah. Looks more like beer time. Well, that's probably because there's like a beer opening sound effect at the beginning. I'd have to change it to something else. But I don't know. Anyway, that was just a kind of like a test example of how to make a new thing. OnlyFans is when you take us with you to the bathroom. Do the focus? Oh yeah, focus is something we should do. Focus. Focus is important because I don't focus enough in comic streams. Basically, what this is a way for the chat to make sure I do some goddamn work, and it'll pause the alerts. It'll, what else will it do? It'll have like some sort of countdown because it'll only go for like a minute or something. And I forget what else. We need some sort of banner or something that says the alerts are paused. This is focus mode. Bada. Hide chat even? Maybe. What the hell? Oh no! What's happening? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Why did that happen? What the flip? Hold on. Okay. That was a weird. Why would that change? Interesting. Interesting. Disgusting. Why would it? That was weird. Why did it change to my black scene? when someone... Hold on. Let's do some debugging. Yay! This will be good. I'm gonna change P to be only me for now. Oh my god, how does this work? How do I make it only me? Oh, actually, what am I? I'm just gonna turn that up. I'm gonna make it a hotkey. Screw the command. I'm gonna make it a hotkey. I'm gonna make control Alt 0 will be my urinate key for now. Okay. Oh, it's not numpad 0, it's different. Alt 0. Eh. Wait. What? Also, I realized I wasn't showing the right window here. My mistake. Also, GeoSim, duplication is such a godsend in Streamerbot. If you had that effect on Leon board and wanted to do the same as you just did, you would have to start from scratch. Dear God. Yeah. I've been using duplicate a lot. Can't imagine doing it without it. If anything, I would love it if there was a way to make duplication even faster. Instead of right-clicking, click duplicate, just go Control D or something. Also, you set it to deny all. Broadcast is always exempt. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I see. If I do the thing, deny all, enabled. I see. There we go. So broadcast is always exempt. Although I think here, oh no, this is my broadcast chat. Okay. So does this work? Oh, Control D is a thing already. Oh yeah. Oh, it totally is, Jason. Control D is duplicate sub action. But have you noticed that the hotkeys don't work sometimes until you restart Streamerbot? I'm not sure if that's for other people or just me. But sometimes like the Control up down arrow and Control D doesn't work. It just stops working. Kind of frustrating, but maybe I'll put it into the bug report. Let's see here. P should work now. Okay. That's good. Relatively speaking. Alright. Now... What? Wait, Yo-Yo, how you... Oh, this is a hydrate. Never mind, I thought you were somehow able to hack into my bladder and force me to urinate again. Thank you very much. That gave me a mini heart attack. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Yo-Yo. I'm a dummy. What happens if someone redeems hydrate while P is on? And I just removed it from happening. It's a good question. I wish I read that chat before I turned off the hydration. It should not work. That's a very good question, because that would have definitely broken. That would have definitely not worked properly. Let me force that to happen. Wait, why is Alt 0 not working? That's very strange. Alt 0. Urinate. Let's change this to numpad 9. Alt. Why is urinate not working? Set force straight. Is it because you have to? Oh, do I have to save? No, it's not that. Modifier keys. Modifier keys. They're a lot like hotkeys. Is it because it's trying to set a pore state to hydrate or something, and it's... That shouldn't be it. Let me change the queue from the rewards queue to the alerts queue to nothing. In case it's like getting stuck in a pause or something. No, that's not it. Huh. Interesting problem here. But the command works, just the hotkey's not working. But while urinate is on, hydrate reward would be disabled. Oh, of course. Yes. Why is the command working but not the hotkey? The command is the exact same thing, I'm pretty sure. P, urinate. Hotkey, Alt numpad 9, urinate. That's bizarre. Not sure. Okay. And, let's see here. If I did a... If I did a command for hydration, just as a test thingy, just exclamation point water, deny all, except for me. Action is hydrate. Where is hydrate? This is going to become alphabetical order in the next update, but for now it's still kind of chronological. I wish, you know what I wish? And I look so unprofessional here while I'm just submerged in a whole vat of urine, but you know, I wish, I don't know if GeoSim is still here, but if this had the same layout as the actions list, so you had like the category and then all the actions, category actions, rather than just like a list. I'm not even sure if that's possible, but just an idea. Maybe I should put it in the suggestion form, but yes. Hydrate, here we go. Hydrate, what is this? Okay. Let's see what happens if I try to hydrate while urinating. Okay, well, at least it doesn't break. That's good. And then I would do... What happens if I try to drink water while urinating? Okay, interesting. That's a different... I pushed another button. I can just keep doing that, I guess. Now my flush button. Cool. Okay. But yeah, you make a very good point, Nicholas Bio, because while the urine is on, hydrate reward would be disabled anyway, so people wouldn't be able to redeem a hydrate until I flush my urine. You can't drink urine. You don't drink urine, Gregor. You don't drink urine. You flush it. Then it re-enables the channel point reward to hydrate. Of course, yes. That makes more sense. Yes, so that means, so where is that exactly? Reward set. So as soon as someone redeems a hydrate, the reward for it is paused, and it only unpauses once I drink it. Here it is. So similarly, when someone redeems a urinate, well, when that happens, hydration is paused, and it gets unpaused once I finish flushing it, not drinking. Yes. Okay, great, that's good. I fixed it. I didn't even realize I did. I was just so smart. Didn't even need to be smart, because I'm already so smart as it is. Oh, good. Also, hey, K-Celia, welcome back. GeoSim, the next update is both alphabetical and divided into groups. Ooh, and it's a pop-out window rather than a drop-down. Ooh, fancy. Good to know. That sounds music to my ears. Also, hey, GeoSim, while you're here, let me list another bunch of complaints that I have. But have you noticed this bug that sometimes the actions you've assigned to events have automatically swapped to the one above it? Like sometimes when I open Streamerbot, it won't be here, it'll be one above without me changing anything, just like opening the program again. Sometimes it just happens to be that way. And so every time I start streaming, I have to make sure that each event is correctly assigned to the correct action and not this. Because I think for one stream, I didn't test it. And the host, instead of it being host alert, it happened to be character randomizer. So everyone who tried hosting randomized their character. Oh, you're aware? Oh, it's fixed in 0.15. Excellent. Daddy like. That's awesome here. Excellent. Streamerbot, it's happening. Updates left and right. Love it. Good. Looking forward to it. It happens when you create or remove a bunch of actions or if something delayed the load on the page. Oh, I see. That makes sense, because I haven't noticed it happening recently, but I also haven't been adding a lot of actions recently, so that totally makes sense. Also, hey JB, hey all, have a good stream. Hey, thank you very much. Are you off? Take care, JB. Also, hey Raren, welcome back. Hello. How you doing? Now what else? What else? Oh yeah, the focus. That's right, focus. Oh Jesus Christ, how do I even begin? Oh man, how do I begin focusing? Well, first of all, it'll be a channel point reward. That'll be something. Second, it'll probably... If I look into my OBS, if you want to see how it's set up again. I have a bunch of... So I got my... Ignore the first 3 scenes. These are just my old ones. Like the intermission, my old intermission. Ignore these ones. These are my main scenes. I got the loading. I can't click it because it'll reset the credits and stuff. Which is another thing I gotta try and debug, but whatever. That's what happens before I open the curtains. And then I got the just chatting, which is full screen. Hello. Also, I can't wait until this bug... I don't think it's even a bug, but it's just whatever. This is already being fixed in the next version. I'm pretty sure, if I understand the changelog correctly, but that the OBS events trigger at the right time when you have transitions between scenes. Right now, it doesn't fulfill the actions that you've assigned when you change scenes until after the transition's over, rather than when it actually happens. That's why the chat gets delayed a little bit. So like if I jump back into here, see the bottom chat bar? Then it changes. Rather than changing when the scene actually changes during the transition. 1, 2, 3, pull! Baron, thank you very much. 665 gift subs in the channel so far. Oh my god. That's one away from the devil's number. Goodness me. Don't want to get cursed. Gotta stay here, Aaron. Thank you very much, and congrats to Green Pixel. Excellent. Yo. So on the list, focus thingy, hello, buy action. What am I missing? Oh yeah, hello and buy action as well. That's good. Good one. It's a good one to do. Anyway, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, so anyway, these are the behind the scenes. I got all these other scenes here that aren't main scenes. I got my alerts and my overlay. Baron dropping another gift sub. 666 subs in the channel. Here we go. Feeling devilish. Thank you very much. Oh my god, 666 gift subs in this channel. Baron, you can't gift another one. You gotta stay here until the what's it called? Not the apocalypse, but the what's it called? Rapture. That's what it is. Geez, I'm not sure how much can be done about that. If Nate can fix it, he will, but it's reliant on the WebSocket functionality, so something we have no control over. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I thought I read in the changelogs for the next update that something with the transition OBS actions was being changed or something, but maybe I misinterpreted it. But either way, it's not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. Maybe with the WebSocket 5.0 something. Also, I heard that the OBS WebSocket thingy, the plugin, is actually going to be built into the future OBS as a native function. So that could be interesting. I don't know. That'll probably help fix some stuff. I'm not sure. Mr. Tree Best, gotta go. Okay, thank you for dropping by. Have a good one. See you next time. Now what was I doing? So I got Casino. Whoops. Uh-oh. Hold on. Gotta have to do this. I got my scene overlay. This is for effects like the hands and the chat. This is overlays for hands and chat and spider and other stuff that I haven't implemented yet or will ever. And on this one I got the alerts. So this is the alert stuff, and I need both of those on all the main scenes to have everything. So for the focus, I'm just trying to think, like, should focus be a separate main scene? Yes. Yes, I think it will. And I've got an idea for it. I think focus could look kind of cool if we use something like we do for the comic titles, where, hold on, let me open up Clip Studio Paint as well, where I have the comic green screened into the scene. I think that would kind of help with the focus. Let me move this over here. The focus vibe. So you just see like full screen comic. Maybe it's like what's it called, lower opacity, and then full screen me in the background just focusing in. That could be kind of a neat effect, maybe. Green screened? You mean gray screened? True, gray screened. Yeah, that's what actually is happening. You're right, gray screen. GSM maybe, but WebSocket 5.0 is its own major headache. It's going to require basically a full rewrite, as I understand it. Uh-oh. That's not good. Although I am very glad that it's not my responsibility. I could just sit back and wait for the real programmers to take care of it. I'm just going to sit here and be like, when's 5.0 coming out? I'm going to submit another suggestion. Oh, but yeah, good. I mean, it's working now, so I am in no rush. Take all the time you guys need. It's a free program after all. By the way, have I mentioned that Streamerbot is free? Jesus Christ. All right, let's see. What am I doing? If I open, let's open up my comic from yesterday. See, like, let's set up like a stage where it looks like I would actually be working on the comic. So, opening up yesterday's comic here. It would look like this. We're working on it like this. Yada yada yada. Where's my OBS? I will make a new scene similar to I think I'll duplicate the comic title scene. It'll be similar to that. Wait, I may as well show this on screen here. Right click, duplicate. I'm gonna call this 7 focus. Scene 7 focus. Scroll it up. Scroll it up. Scroll it up. There you go. Scene 7 focus looks like this. Alerts overlay, necessary. Comic title, we don't need that. So remove this. Program comic, we do need that. That's the gray screen thing. We got the stream elements emotes happening, fading in and fading out. Oh, we definitely don't need this one. Hold on. Remove this. And what's this? Black. Oh, I don't think we need that either. Camera full. Okay. Okay. Now, it looks like we're working on this thing, and it looks like that. Why is it? Oh, I see. There. Cool. We're gonna need to have some sort of filter, like lower the opacity so you can see my face behind it. I think that would be kind of a neat effect. That color key is the gray screening. And we'd also want to do color correction, I think. We could do some kind of neat shader effect, actually. We could try that. So this is where I had the drunk shader. If we had the drunk shader, it'll look like this, which is kind of neat. Take the speed. Oh my god, that actually makes the worm and the bird look pretty. The worm looks like it's from that Scream painting. Ah! Wait, stop. That's kind of neat. Whoa! I mean, this is silly. I mean, this is no longer focusing. I mean, this is an example effect of what we could do. It's not focusing. If anything, it's the opposite of focusing. But just to show that we have different shaders to play with. I'd love to find more. I feel like there's not enough in this thingamajiggy. I use StreamFX for the shader plugin, but I want more. What else can we do? Pixelization and scan curvature. Oh, this is kind of a neat one. Look at that. Kind of pretty cool. So if we then we move this around. Can you see this fail? Wait, oh, you can't even. Oh, you can't even see it now. I moved it away. I'm so confused. I'll better bring it back here. You can see it in a little preview window, I think. Oh, no, you can't because that's what I'm seeing. Okay, hold on. this is like Matrix level. Well, Inception, rather. Inception and Matrix having like 10 babies, and then those babies having babies with each other. And that's the kind of baby I'm trying to like figure out. I don't know where this is going. Oh, man. At least I'm not having to deal with like virtual audio cables anymore. Jesus Christ. Hold on. What's this? What's this GeoSim? I know for a fact it'll break OBS raw functions because it's all new calls. We could allow Streamerbot to work with both 4.9 and 5.0 OBS WebSocket side by side, but that would be a pain to support, I think. Suddenly this has become my problem as well. Because, like you say, if it changes to 5.0, it means I'm going to have to change all my OBS raw coding. So, I will go with the flow. But whatevers. Do you not have OBS shader filter plugin? There are way more effects in that one. I had OBS shader filter plugin, but for some reason that caused an issue, and I forget why exactly. And then I changed the streamer to shader FX, but it doesn't have as many features. Maybe I should look into what's it called? OBS shader filter plugin. I forget why I stopped using it. Some sort of bug, or the shaders weren't working properly, or maybe I'm just incompetent. I'm not sure. Could be all three. But you're right. I might look into that after stream. I have to download it and stuff. So let me just jump into this for a second here. This is kind of a cool effect. I like how it curves. Whoa. Whoa. Kind of neat. I could push that effect. Hold on. Shader, strength. Whoa! Oh, that's so. Oh, okay, that's cool. I was wondering where the vignetting effect is, but that's not good. That's not what you want, really, because you can see the sides of my Clip Studio Paint, and that's what I'm trying to get rid of with that gray screen. So that's not really ideal, but although unless we just do it without the green screen effect and just have my face on top, it's kind of cool. Scan lines as well. There are scan lines, and I can get a scan line filter for sure. But let me see. Let me see. If I do that, and then I change the size to be bigger, so we don't see the edges. And then I'm working, it looks like this. Kind of cool. Go back here. I'm gonna add. First of all, I'm gonna add the the fade out so you can see my face. Lower the opacity. Hello, hello. This again, this is for focus mode, so this is only gonna be for like a minute. And then as I'm drawing stuff, I'll be like, ba 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 ba. Oh, not that color. Anything but that color. Da da da. Da da da. You know, it's kind of a cool effect. Let me just rename that to low opacity. Rename that effect to bold shader. Make a new shader for the scan lines. Whoops, why did that break? Not sure why that's broken all of a sudden, but if I add the scan lines effect, oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Scan lines effect is in. Let me turn the low opacity off for a second just to see what this looks like. Pretty cool. Can you even see these lines? There we go. Wait, oh, it's gone again. Hey. Oh. Trippy. That's pretty damn cool. That's really cool. Oh, that's a cool effect. I should just have the whole stream like this. Awesome. Every time this happens, I'm gonna think my monitor is broken. I'll also have like the low opacity as well, maybe. But again, this is gonna be like focusing mode. And I'll be like, boo, boo, boo. You know, kind of cool. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. And the cool thing is the scan lines only affect the comic. So if I move it away, you know, it's fine. It's not like a full screen effect. It's just the comic. Oh, this is trippy as hell. Oh! It's like I feel like I'm Tony Stark. Bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Spin it. Oh, I need. Oh. Cole, congratulations. Fourth spider, not first. Cool. Alright, I'm liking this. Kinda neat. Also, time to hydrate. Excellent. Thank you. Oh, I just realized I'm missing a chat. I just realized there's no chat in this scene. I gotta fix that. I'll show you how I do that. Thank you very much for the hydration. I got a drink. Good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna close that for now. I'm just gonna move this here. I'm gonna add the chat. So the way I do, the reason it's not loading is because the chat is actually something that I had to make it more complicated than it needs to be, because if you noticed, if I'm in here, the chat, it's got this like semi-translucent kind of bar, very clean, very minimal. But if I'm in my desktop, it changes to Windows 95 edition. Just turn off the monitor as well. So if someone chats something, everyone's speechless right now. It looks like this. So it's like two different chat bars that I have to make sure to tell OBS which chat bar to show on which scene. Is it worth it? I don't know. Maybe it's not even worth its headache. Maybe I should, but I feel like just having this super thick, solid Windows 95 chat bar just looks too distracting when I'm just drawing the comic. So like when we're in this mode, like look at this first, like look at that. That's way too noticeable. That looks nice. But yeah, and then I have Streamerbot determine which uh, chat to use depending on which scene we're in, and that looks a little something like this. So whenever the scene switches, it plays a scene switcher action. The scene switcher action is here, and that what that does is first hide all the chat, just get rid of everything. This is for the intro. This is for the outro. Never mind. Never mind. This is deletable. I don't need that anymore. Then it finds out which scene it currently is. So which scene would we switch to? If we're switching to, let's say, just chatting, which is the full screen, do go to scene, just chatting, and break. So that means the go to scene to just chatting and break, that is this one. This says, hey, in the chat scene, turn on the minimal chat. And then this is for the outro, this is for screenshots, yada yada. But if we went to Windows 95 scene, it says turn on the Windows 95 chat, etc. And so the reason why there's no chat when I jump into this new scene that I've made, the focus scene, is because I haven't got an if scene is focus, turn on a chat. It just doesn't exist, so there's no chat here. And Rishu, you're saying no chat during focus. Well, I don't know. For the chat on screen really is just for your own benefit, not really for mine, because I don't really read chat when it's on screen. The chat is here. No, actually, this is confusing because I'm on this monitor over here is where the chat is. So whatever gets displayed on the screen here is irrelevant to me. It's more for people who are watching in full screen or they're watching the YouTube VOD or something, that you're still somewhat clued into what people are talking about in the chat. Yeah. I realize it's in the chat box when you're watching on Twitch, but if you're in full screen and you don't have the chat box on, or you're watching on YouTube, or you're watching a clip and the chat has expired, you'll still have some sort of chat context, which I thought was nice to have. Because yeah, it sucks that the clips, did you know that clips, they lose their chat after a while? That sucks. So I hated the idea of losing all of your chat, to time. So that's why I like to have the chat turned on in the stream as much as possible. But still minimal enough. Like I don't like when there's just like a massive paragraph that takes up half the screen or something. I just have the little bar at the bottom. Also, I find it ironic that I'm saying all this while I still have no chat on in this scene. But yeah. Is focus instant? It should be. It will be. It'll be instant, Andrea. And I can also have it like only available if we're working on a comic, and turn it off from being enabled. Turn it off from being redeemed when, let's say, like, I don't know, we're just chatting or something where it doesn't make any sense. Hey, Reolus. Hello, hello. Witness me. Okay. So, I guess let's do this. We will do the focus chat being the minimal one. I'm going to duplicate this scene, this action, where it says go to just chatting. I'm going to edit it and go to scene 07 focus. And the sub actions are, oh shit, you can't see this. I'm an idiot. Sorry, hold on. Can't see this because I'm a dumbass. Here we go. Basically what I've done is I duplicated this one and called it focus. That it turns on the minimal chat and it re-enables taking screenshots. That's for the outro, the screenshots at the end. And one more thing we're going to do is go over here and just add another if function. I'm going to duplicate one of these. And I'm going to call it if the current scene equals scene 7 focus, do the action, go to scene 7 focus, and break. That's it. I'll move it up. Whoops, wrong button. I will move it up here. Keep it somewhat ordered. Now, if I go to the focus scene, bada bing, bada boom, we got the chat. What happened to scene 06? Scene 06 I made this morning, and it's just my Cintiq screen. But then I realized I don't need that because I could just turn on the Cintiq source here, and I don't need a whole scene for it. But oh well, the numbers don't really matter anyway. It's just for me to somewhat have some sort of idea of the order of things, but it's not important. And ideally, I would never even need to what am I doing? Ideally, I would never need to click on any of these in the future. I'll assign these to hotkeys or a Stream Deck or something like that. I don't actually want to have to click on these things. Let's see here. Is the outro still a tiny bit broken? Yes, yo. I'm not sure how broken it is, but I have some ideas on fixing some stuff. It's getting chilly in here. Hold on. Turn off the AC for a second. For some reason, there's a bug. I think it's more to do with OBS than in Streamerbot. But for some reason, turning on a image slideshow doesn't automatically play the images in the directory that I have assigned it to until I add another directory or remove a directory or refresh it somehow. Turning it on and off doesn't work. Then it shows the screenshots in that folder. So I don't know why it doesn't work the way I want it to. But yeah, it's an OBS thing. Yeah, I figured as much. I think it's an OBS thing. But I think there's a way I can fix that. I think in Streamerbot using OBS Raw, or it's actually C# maybe, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere in the documentary, the documentation, that you can create sources on the fly. So I think that's with OBS Raw. So I'm thinking I might be able to just create an image slideshow from scratch and fill in the details through code and have it just create it and then delete it willy-nilly with code and Streamerbot. With Streamerbot. My voice left me for a second. So I think that might be possible. Unless I dreamed it. I'm pretty sure I read it somewhere. OBS Raw can create and delete sources on the fly. Excellent. So yeah, I was thinking I would do that for the credits, which I can show you what they look like right now. If I jump into outro, I don't think this is going to break anything. But let's see what it looks like. Like this. Does the transition. And then it should show the outro. But yeah, it's not. I'll just turn my camera on. It's not showing the screenshots thingy.
Bobby.
Hey, Jesus pals, thank you for the follow. Screenshots thingy. Yeah, it's a bug with OBS. I will have to fix that somehow. But at least the credits are working today. I'm not sure what happened yesterday. But anyways, oh, there are the screenshots. Wait, what? Wait, what? That's just me right now. Is that just a coincidence? Also, also I have to at least have one screenshot from before for it to not break. But then now that I think about it, I think it's just the same bug. So, that'll be better in the future. Cool. Hey, Jesus pals. There is a way to make it refresh the source by a command, but I'm not 100% sure on how to do it. I know Nutty has it working. Oh, I see. refresh the source by command. I would have thought. I'm pretty sure in OBS I've made it so that the thing says. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have it. Oh no, stop when not visible, restart when visible. Oh, okay, no, it's not the same. Because other OBS sources, they have a checkbox saying that when hidden, turn off or something like that, or reload on visible or some checkbox like that. But for some reason, the slideshow doesn't have that. But yeah, I think OBS Raw could fix my problems there. All right, well, let's get back to the focus mode here. If I jump over here, yeah, I'll probably also get rid of the emotes. That's the opposite of focusing, so I'm going to delete that. And so here, oh geez, oh geez, Louise, back over there. Okay, so far so good. And Nicholas Spire, getting late here. Gotta get going. Okay, catch you later, Nicholas Spire. Thank you very much for watching. And I haven't had a proper look at your DM that you sent yesterday yet to fix my comic title stuff. But thank you in advance. I will definitely incorporate it ASAP. But the emotes are just for us too. Wouldn't the same apply to chat? Well, I figured the emotes are a little bit different because I feel like there's just so much going on as it is. There's like a webcam, and then there's the comic, 50% transparency. And I don't want to have another 50% transparency emote floating above it. It's just like too much crap that'll be confusing, not for me, but for you, I think. I think with these effects and stuff, that it's already like kind of hard to see what the hell's going on. We don't need like a flying load high covering everything. That's my reasoning. Possible way around the credits screenshot thing. What if an OBS raw command sets the source directory every time just before the slideshow source should be made visible? That does sound like an easier way of doing it rather than creating a whole source on the fly. Yeah. Good idea. Let me add that to my list of things to do. Change source before credits with raw. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Now what else? We would also need some sort of text to tell people who are not familiar with the stream why I'm not reading chat anymore for the next 60 seconds or so, and why the alerts aren't working. Oh, the alerts, by the way, I forgot. The alerts also have to be paused while in this mode. That's done through Streamerbot 2. We jump over here again. It's in my thingamajiggy here. Let's look at. Okay, let's go the intro. When I go to the intro, it automatically pauses the alerts. See this action here? Pause alerts. Resume. Wait, hold on. Oh, whoops! Sorry, not intro. Loading. I don't even use intro anymore. Loading is the thing at the beginning. Pause alerts. Pause. And also rewards. Pause. Yeah, everything's paused. Okay, there's two queues. There's alerts and rewards. Rewards, by the way, are just like the hydration and all that stuff. Wait, no, hold on. What the hell? Rewards pause? No, I'm pretty sure the hydration's in the same thing because I didn't want hydrations to happen at the same time as someone resubbing because it uses the same bottom bar and the character and all that. Why do I have two? That might be obsolete. I think it's just alerts pause. Anywho, copy that and then paste it into our focus so that when we jump into focus, the alerts are automatically paused. Good. Now, they won't unpause automatically when I jump into... Oh, here's a conundrum. That's an interesting conundrum. Because, assuming that focus mode is instantaneous, and it also automatically turns off focus mode, so it'll go back to my regular scene it should also automatically unpause the alerts, assuming that they weren't paused to begin with. How do I do that? I have done that similar thing. How did I do that again? Over here. Super text. I had the same idea, but I thought if that would be possible so easy that Gregor would already have done it. I overestimated Gregor again. I hadn't had time to think about it yet. I've been so busy with the story yet these days, super text. I would have come to that conclusion eventually. Also, Caustic, do you do commissions? Not really. Thanks anyway, though. The closest thing I do to commissions are the VIP characters on my Patreon. But that's it. Yo, you could set a global variable previous alert state before you start load spider. Oh yeah. I do something similar for the music. But what am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, spider was found, but the alerts are paused. Of course. Yeah, unpause the alerts. And fix the pausing of alerts. So I'm just gonna... I've made since I don't use Streamlabs, I've got a wait action just for this. It's just, all it does is delay for like 2 seconds. So when I test it, I hit pause during it, I unpause, and then it pushes those pause alerts out. Yo, by the way. Congrats on your 14th spider. Excellent. There was a thing. Oh yes, I've done this already. Look at this. Remember this? Okay, alright. I gotta be loud because otherwise it's gonna, it's gonna copy strike on YouTube. But look at this, right? That was my Seinfeld thing, Majiggy. That automatically changes to a scene, does my stuff, and then it goes back to the scene I was at. So that's actually more similar to what we want for the focus. You want focus to take you to a different scene and take you back once you're done. But that Seinfeld scene isn't a main scene, it's a behind the scene. God, that's so confusing. In which case, I should probably, instead of making focus a main scene, I should make it a behind the scene, like Seinfeld is. See, Seinfeld is just this, and then you got like these texts that change on the fly. And then there's a camera Seinfeld freeze, like who does this? Ba-bam! Ba-boom! Yeah. So I should do something like that. Yes. Oh dear. Oh, what's this, GSM? We did have an interesting situation shortly after we added the queue pausing. There wasn't originally the always run function to allow actions to ignore pause state. There wasn't originally the always run function to allow actions to ignore pause state. So you could pause all queues and have no way to unpause them ever again. Oh, I see, right. But if you didn't have always run, there's no way you could ever... I see. Right. Yeah, I got a lot of things that always run. This AR, by the way, for people who don't know, is always run. Even if queue is paused. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and ignore these actions. This is me trying to get fancy for a second before I realized I didn't know what I was doing. Remember when I had the camera? What was it? Camera? I forget what the hotkey is for flipping the camera. Control Alt Shift Left, like this thingy. I was experimenting with having an action where if I move the camera past the halfway point of the screen, it automatically flips so that I'm always facing the center of the screen. just an idea I had, but I got I got this far. Um, and that's not even the correct action. That's just duplicated from the spider. I realized, like, what the hell am I doing? I should prioritize my time. This is not important because I don't really move the camera that often, anyways. So whatever. Uh, Yo-Yo-To. Set a global variable before the focus and check it after. Yes, yes, you're right. You are right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'll go to my Seinfeld one for a second. Get current scene, right? It figures out what scene I was currently at before Seinfeld happens. Then it changes the Seinfeld scene, does all the Seinfeld stuff, and then at the end, set active scene to be current scene. So it remembers, what was the scene you were at? Oh yeah, send you back to where you came from. And, oh Jesus Christ, I already did everything that I needed for focus in the Seinfeld ring. And then also resume the alerts again. I'm a dummy. I've already done all this work. I should just use Seinfeld and just recode it to be focus. Yeah. Pauses the alerts, plays a song. Easy peasy. Let's do that. Let us do that. I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna call, oh Jesus Christ. I'm gonna call it focus. And I'm gonna bring it to a new group called, wait, do I need a new group for this? For focus? I think it's just a one-off scene change. It doesn't really require more actions than one. What is this? Do you have any wise words for someone who's thinking about starting comics? Don't. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for that, Jasper. Let's see. What else would I need for focus? You just go in there, 60 seconds, you jump out. There's no other actions I would need for focus. Unless I want to give like the chat something to do. Like I could enable a channel point reward or something that lets you crack a whip or something, or keep me from reading the chat even more. I guess there is room to grow there. Yeah, okay, fine, screw it. I'll just give it a new group. Focus group. There we go. Done and done. That should move eventually to the focus group, which is here. And here we won't have the discrete pause alerts. Discrete pause alerts, by the way, it just it pauses the alerts, but it just doesn't say alerts paused in the top corner. I didn't want that for the Seinfeld thing, so I had a discrete version. But this one I want it to be the non-discrete version, which is just pause, get current scene, don't play the Seinfeld song, don't delay at all, and change the scene to be our focus scene, which I will be changing the name of to just scene focus. And it's no longer a main scene, because I'm never going to be clicking on it myself. It's all going to be done by code, automated by the chat. So yes, here we go. Focus scene there, which also means I have to go back to our scene switcher and make sure it does not hold the phone. Wait, what the fuck? Do I want it to what? Hold on, I'm having a brain fart. What am I doing? Do I need focus mode to have a scene switcher if event? If the scene is not really, I can plug that in directly into the focus action. Yeah, no, I don't need it here. I will copy this though. And I'll paste it into. Oh, here's another thing I would love in future versions of Streamerbot, to be able to select multiple sub actions and copy them all. That would be amazing. I'm not sure if that's planned or what, but I hate having to like copy one, find the thing I want to copy it to, which is God knows where. Here it is. Paste. Go back. Go back to the other one. Copy this one. Go back to the focus one. Paste. Paste at the bottom. And finally, one more. Pause the alerts. Back to focus. Paste. And now I can delete this one. I don't need it anymore. And before I forget, I also got to delete it from the if statement from scene switcher. Because now it says if the scene is ever focus, do action does not exist. Let's delete that. We don't want that anymore. Cool. Cool. Go back to focus here. Bring these ones up. Make the chat still visible. Continue taking screenshots. And pause alerts. Cool. Alrighty. Remove that. Oh gosh, I have to remove all this stuff. And I can't hit the delete key because the hotkeys are not working at the moment. I'll have to restart Streamerbot. So I just have to do it by hand. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Wait, did someone redeem a hydrate? Wait, hold on. Oh, the alerts are not working right now. They're still paused. Hold on. My bad. There we go. Whew. Thought I broke something. Caffeinated. Thank you very much for the hydration. Well, since your name is caffeinated, I'm gonna go for the coffee, the last of my coffee, rather than the water. So. In fact, maybe if it's a coffee break, instead of it being blue water, it should just be like solid brown. And when it comes back down, we could tint the camera to have like a brown sort of tint, like the coffee stained everything, which slowly fades away over time. That could be interesting. I have 2 pause alerts in that focus. Whoops, do I? Oh yeah, whoops, I got action pause alerts and I got action pause alerts again. You're right. Let me delete. Let me delete this one. Delete the second one. And also, we're not changing the scene sign field, we're changing to scene focus. There it is. Let's keep deleting this stuff one by one. GSM, selecting multiple sub-actions at once is a much requested feature. Not sure it's going to happen though. Oh dear. Oh well. It's not a huge deal anyway. I mean, it's not a big problem. It's rare that I need to. This would be great if I could, but once that hotkey bug gets fixed, I could just hit delete, enter, and then it's not a big deal. I see now why you need the focus command. Yeah, I get so distracted. Oh dear. Delete this, let's delete this. Oh. Speaking of getting distracted, we got another little guest appearance. This one is Paste. Say hello to Paste, everyone. Oh god. Not you too! Not you too! Oh no, my neck! Wait. Oh. Not Paste, that's Copy. I thought you were... Okay, I thought you looked like Paste, but then I realized as soon as you went for the neck, I thought to myself, no, that's Copy. That is Copy. Snack? That is. But I wish you would like butt spanks on, well, on me. Like this, like I'm burping a baby. I'd like that. But she likes to be on the ground. But I don't like being on the ground. I have to like bend over and get on my knees. Oh, oh. She's purring. Are copy and paste twins? Yes. They are siblings. Yes, yes, yes. They were originally foster kittens that we were only supposed to take care of for like a few weeks until they become adoptable. But then COVID happened and lockdown happened, and suddenly we had them for months, and then we just couldn't bear the thought of giving them away again. So now they're a permanent addition. Oh, oh, oh dear. Hey, hey, hey. No more of that. Meow means meow. Oh. Okay. Alrighty. Now, where we're at. I have forgotten what we were doing. Completely forgotten. What we're doing? Focusing. That's right. Focus mode. Very crucial. We got it pauses the alerts, gets the current scene, changes the focus. Continues to shows chat. Continues to take screenshots for outro. Don't need this. One more butt spanks. Whoa, 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 whoa. Smacking that ass. Sorry about that. Constantly wants to her ass spanked. What is wrong with you? Why do you like this so much? Okay. Alright, get rid of this sign for freeze as well. I'm still spanking her, but with my foot. And then it goes set active scene to back to the beginning scene. And then resume thingamajiggy. Okay, cool. But right now this is gonna happen instantaneously because there's no reason for it to not be in focus. So I'm gonna add a delay. I'm gonna add the delay for 5 seconds. Oh my god! Stop knocking down the mirror! Okay, last appearance, and then you gotta go. You gotta go. It's driving me insane. It's ruining my life. By being so cute. You are so cute. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, apologies about that. Oh, but yes, X Comics. Copy and paste are siblings from a litter of 8. I don't like to think about that though. I like to forget that there are 6 other brothers and sisters that I have no idea where they are now. But I hope they're alive and well. Not like we had the option of. I didn't even realize that there were that many siblings until just happened to see it on the documentation form, like the numbers. Yeah, Jesus Christ, 8 kittens. But they're so adorable. I mean, I'm sure they're out there somewhere having a good time. I have to believe that, otherwise I'll feel sad. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It'll go to focus. It'll wait 5 seconds, and it'll go back out to wherever we were. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna make this a. Make this a channel point reward. Focus. I can't type. We already have a focus with 3 exclamation marks. That's the old one. I'm gonna make this 1B, and I'm going to make it a global cooldown of 60 seconds, and it's going to do nothing right now. People are already redeeming it, but I haven't even assigned it. And it's gonna do the focus one. So let's do 30 seconds. Okay, it's enabled now. It's just for a test. Oh, look at this. So someone's focused. Someone's redeemed the focus. We're doing this for 5 seconds, and it goes back out. And I don't have to do anything about it. Pretty cool. So far, so good. And technically, the alerts should have paused and unpaused as well. When that happened. Any sound for the focus? Oh, there will. Oh, there will. Oh, there will be. Yo. This is merely just like laying the foundation down for the focus scene. We just have. Here we go. Another focus was redeemed. What we're doing here, I'm like drawing. I'm drawing my thingamajiggy, and then oh, it's gone already. Done again. It's not done yet. It's not done. There's still plenty of the stuff to do. But it's cool that we have the foundation. We got the skeleton. Now we all got to do is like add the flesh and the skin and the organs and everything. So yeah, I can't even tell if focus was redeemed or not. Let me move this over here for a second. So, okay, so it will look like this, and then it'll be like, okay, focus mode. Oh, jeez, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and it's gonna be like 60 seconds, and then it'll go back out here. That works pretty well. Not bad. Not bad. Well, actually, it'll look more like this, because this is technically this is the Clip Studio Paint scene. So it has a more translucent bar, and we're going to be in here, and let's do another panel just to mix it up. Like, oh, I'm working so painfully slow, and oh, I gotta focus. Oh, geez, I'm focusing here. Looks pretty good. Okay, I like that. But of course, it's not done. It's just merely just the beginning of this. We could also have like a custom transition as well. Like right now, there's no transition. I have the curtains, but the curtains aren't really relevant to adding focus. We want it to be like fast and like start focusing now. That's what we kind of need. No slow curtains or anything. So, yeah, sound effects. And what's it called? Text to tell people what the hell is happening. So here we are with our thingamajiggy. Now what else do we want? We want normally I would mock something up in Clip Studio Paint to see what it could look like visually, whatever. Like basically like a sketch. But I don't know if it's really necessary for this. We do have a fancy little technically we're in focus mode right now. And then back out. We do have these fancy white lines that we had from our old focus thingy from the old overlay. We could use that. It was pretty cool. Could be useful. But where was that? That was over here. One second. Images. Oh no, focus. Oh, it's a video file. Speed lines. Okay. 40 megs! Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna make that look better. Oh, I see. Here's the sketch I had for. This is like an early sketch for focus mode. The first version of it. Really old, early. And doesn't even look like this in the end. Hey, fire fry, second spider. Excellent. Congrats. We do have, yeah, the color border thing would have been pretty cool. We do have this thing. I used this file for the tutorial videos as a border, that little white border. Can't even see what's going on. Let me just. It's just this white border thing here. But how does that look with the gray screen? Oh Jesus. It's not very useful here because the chat gets in the way of this border thing, so I don't use that anymore. And let's get these speed lines in. So I'm gonna drag and drop the speed lines video to OBS. Oh Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Okay, hold on. Wait. It's getting there. I'm gonna rename this to vid underscore speed lines. I'm gonna give this a filter. First of all, let's wait, hold on. Why is this not even working? What is happening here? Bobby. Here, it's got a loop first of all. And close file when inactive, yep. And what's apply alpha in linear space? What does that do? Okay, not much. I'll have to do a filter. Hey, thank you for the follow, by the way. Constant flux. Let's do a quick filter. Color grading? Color grading? No. No. Sorry, one second. It's a color correction, I think. Is it? No. It's not color correction. I want it to... Wait, how did I do this before? Oh, no, I think I just color key the black out of it. Yeah. Color key the black. Okay, and custom color is black. There we go. I think that's... Jesus Christ, this is really fast. We're speeding through space and time, yes. Hey, Raven Moon, what's going on? We're working on putting together a focus mode. I should also delete. Not accurate. It's gonna look like this more. So that's color key. I could also slow this down because this is very, very fast. Oh, but that doesn't look good at all. Nah, I mean, well, the black lines are really freaking me out. How did I do before where it was just white lines? Is it possible to put an effect over your voice during focus? I looked into voice mods, Strike, but there is a problem with them. They add a bit of delay, a little bit of lag to my voice, and that's no good. So I can't use that. I think the only way you can like avoid that is if you have like an XLR mic and then you got like a mixer board, plug that into that, you know, the knobs and stuff. I think if you have a microphone set up like that, you can avoid the lag, the delay, I think. But unfortunately, yeah, that's the only way I can think of doing it. I installed a voice mod and everything as well. It would have been really cool. But I don't know enough to get that working. How did I make this look better before? Did I then do color correction and make everything... Oh yeah, okay, that looks better. Got rid of the black-white contrast. Now it's just white. That's cool. Hey, Mark Mansfield, just joined in and I see a scanline/3D effect on the comic right now. Fuck yes. Mark Mansfield inspired. It's pretty neat. It is very inspired by your loading wave videos. I'm working on a possible focus scene, focus channel point reward, what it could look like. And so it would jump to this for like 60 seconds and then jump back out to normal mode. I think this is pretty cool. I'd be like working on stuff. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's kind of neat. But what else? Obviously sound, music or something. You know, well, not music, but sound, some sort of sound effect, especially when it starts. And I think also, yeah, text to explain to people what's happening, and also text at the beginning where it's like, focus, focus, focus. You know, then he's working in timer and stuff. He needs some sort of intro. If it just cuts to this, it's kind of weird and random. So we do all that by let's see. Let's start with adding a new text source. We're going to call this text focus underscore title. Here we go. I'm sorry, focus. This might actually be replaced by a graphic, but for now, let's just do that. Center, center. Change the font to something cool. I'm kind of picturing in my head something like when you like fight. You know, when you start like a Street Fighter or a Tekken match or something. Kind of what I'm picturing here, but see, I'm just trying to find a good font, something eye-catching, something intense. Not this, but it's just an example. Focus. Get way bigger too. pshing, you know what I mean? Anyway, I can change the font later and stuff. For now, let's just get the movement going on. Let's center it to, oops, oh Jesus. Ah, not top left, but center, so 960 by 540, that's the exact center of the scene. And Times New Roman. Let's do Times New Roman font, yeah, old school. Nothing says more intense. Nothing is more intense than Times New Roman. Should be called Intense New Roman. And then, what else? We could add some filter effects as well. We could do that later, though. But first, I want to show off the animation style. So we'll have... I should probably show this off on actual stream, so you just don't see the results, but you see everything happening. I'm going to go to... go back to here. In studio mode, focus, so that you can sort of see what is happening here. Of course, you can't see the scan lines right now, but I'm only really... Actually, I don't know why. Oh, I know why. It's because I turned it off that if you're not in the scene, don't show the scan lines. It saves on some CPU. Especially when that video is like 50 megabytes. Use your own font for the focus? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, I suppose. But I feel like my font isn't very intense. It's not intense enough. I'll just leave it for this for now. Oh, sorry, not scan lines, Jason. You do see the scan lines. I mean the speed lines is what I meant to say. The speed lines video is turned off if it's not visible. And technically this isn't visible because it's studio mode. So, what? Wait, what? The hell is this? Title? Default? Good. Why do I have A? Why do I... What? Why do I have effect filters on scene focus? Didn't I just make this scene today? How do I already have effect filters on it? That's odd. Felt good, bad. These are for comic title. Oh! Of course, no, I duplicated the comic title scene, and so it comes with the comic title filters. This is for when I skip to the next comic title, or if I flush a comic title, or it raises up. Good, bad ones, you know. Yeah, so that's why. That makes sense. I forgot. Remove this, remove this, remove this. Okay. Now, we'll want to add one. We'll call it, we're using move source, by the way. This one will be a focus title, and this will be... How many animations do we need? We need a reset. Like what? Where does it start? Like a small dot in the middle, and then it kind of expands out. So we'll need a reset, which is the dot. We'll need a show and a hide. So we'll have 3. So let's start with oh no, this will be show. Show. And we're going to make the source be our text focus title, and we're going to get transform, and it's just that's going to be this is going to be the endpoint for focus. Yes. Right, it's already tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Have a good stream, Chief. It's been real interesting seeing what you do. I mean that with no sarcasm, despite my dry British wit. Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in and for watching and for all your help and tips and tidbits and all that. So thank you very much. Have a good sleep, and see you around. See you in the Streamerbot Discord server. Take care. Round of applause. Round of applause. All right. Let's duplicate this one. This one we're going to call focus title reset. So again, this is what it's going to be like right at the beginning. And what we want it to be like is just, for now, let's just make it tiny, itty bitty. Still keep it centered though. So 960 by 540. We go down here, we get transform, that is a glitch. You gotta do it again if it scrolls up. There we go. So now look at this. Whoa, focus, and reset. Focus, reset. Reset will be very fast. It'll happen in 20 milliseconds. So, focus, focus. And we'll also need another one where it is hide. So like what happens after it reaches that show point? We'll need a way for it to disappear. And that could be... we could just make it go to the side. Like, so it comes in. Comes in. No. Comes in, and I think it moves. Maybe it moves up or something. Let's make it move up. So this will be minus 200 in the y-axis. There we go. Whoa! Reset. Show, hide, reset. Show, hide, reset. The reason why we need reset is because if we just do show and hide, we do show again, it's already up there, so it's just going to come back down to this point. We'll need a reset that makes it go into the middle, so that show, it expands from the middle. You know what I mean? Mark Mansfield, Gregor, if you're sticking with this idea for the focus, I got some CRT stuff that might work for a transition. Oh yeah? That could be pretty cool. Because I'm quite liking this like scan lines looking thing. I think it's got a certain charm to the focus. So yeah, we were actually just talking about what the transition should be. But yeah, I would definitely be interested, Mark Mansfield, if you've got something that you think might fit for this. Also, you may notice that once it resets, you can still see it. It's like right in the middle here. If you look on the left here, right there, you can still see it. I mean, I could just make it, 1 by 1 pixel, but even then, that's 1 pixel. What you want to do, you scroll down here, is you go visibility, hide at the start of movement. So as soon as it moves into the reset, it just hides it. And then similarly on the show, we want show at the start of movement. So let's try it again. So show, hide, reset, can't see it. Show, hide, reset. So that's like the basic. That's working well so far. Now, there's a couple more things you want to do to make this better. Instead of like having Streamerbot say, hey, when you're in focus mode, play like show this, and then wait for 2 seconds, and then show this, and then show this, which resets it. You want the reset to happen automatically. So what you would do is click the hide one, scroll down again. I wish I could just like make this thing taller so I don't have to keep scrolling. It's so frustrating. Like even if I do this, it just makes the preview window bigger. But I still can't make this thing bigger. Oh, but anyways, frustrating. You scroll back down, and you go further down. Next move. Next move is reset. So now, show, hide, automatically resets after hiding is done. So now all I gotta do is show and hide. That's it. Show, hide. So you can sort of see the eye thing turn on for like half a second. Show, hide. Oh, it didn't even show that time. Just so fast, instantaneous. It's 20 milliseconds. Yo, this is way more involved than I thought. I'm glad I'm able to show this off. Because yeah, it's a lot more convoluted than it might seem. But it's a good kind of convolution. Like I understand it at least, which is nice. So yeah, that's basically it. Show and hide. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. And now that's it for the move filters. If we go back into Streamerbot and go back into focus, now what you would do is, so it changes this to the scene at this point. I will go move this up so you can see better. I will go add action, OBS, set scene filter state. You select the scene, which is scene focus. Focus title show, visible. Boom. You drag this up. So now, as soon as you jump over to the focus mode, it'll play the show, and then we will make it wait for, I don't know, 2 seconds. And then we will make it play the hide animation. And remember, it automatically resets afterwards, so you don't have to have one for a reset. And then it waits for 5 seconds. So now, if we go back to here, someone redeem the focus, if you'd like. There we go. Oh shit, wait, hold on. Okay, that worked. The reason why it didn't work properly is because I already had the focus shown, so it was just showing the shown again, which was already shown. So this isn't going to change. Whoopsie doodles. Sorry to waste your 1B, yo-yo. But it is working though. That's pretty good. Yuko, you're falling asleep already? Me too. Me too. It's a lengthy process, but it is satisfying, especially when things are working. Super satisfying. And I especially love doing things that I don't even have to do things for, if that makes sense. Like if I like making things that are on the chat to enable and stuff, so I don't have to remember to push hotkeys and do things. It just happens. Like before, people would redeem a focus, I'd have to see it, not miss it, and then be like, oh, okay, focus mode, and then push a button, and then there, then push a button to go back out of focus. That sucks. I like that it's just instantaneous, don't gotta do anything. Streamlined streams, exactly. So let's see, let's do it again. If I'm working in a comic, let's say, whoopsies. Oh no! Okay, there are a little bit of a glitch there. This is not your fault, Super Tux. That's on me. If I tried to change the scene at the exact same time that I try to change scene to the focus, yeah. Hey Raven Moon, I'm so lost. Someone catch me up. What is the focus for? What are we supposed to focus on? Oh, it's for me to focus on doing work. There we go. See, look at this. Focus. Animation continue, like correctly expands, moves up, waits 5 seconds, goes back to whatever it is I was doing. So that works really well. Excellent. It's not great yet because you need first of all a transition that hopefully Mark Mansfield might have something cool for. Some sound effects. Some more text to say focus mode, no alerts, and maybe some sort of countdown timer so people are aware of, how long this is going to be for, because it's going to be like 60 seconds, I think. And then, yeah. That's how it's done. Then I got to figure out how many bees it should cost, what the cooldown is, and also plug in the icon for the channel point reward. Right now, there's no icon for it at all. But, yeah. That's a little insight as to how I would make something like that reward. You already have the here we go sound effect. Oh yeah, that's right. Here we go! That's true. I totally forgot about that. Actually, where is that? Maybe I'll plug it in now, and then that'll be it. We'll call it there. Oh yeah, I also have it. I have a timer video. That's right. I have a timer video that we can use. Fuck it. The timer video. Fuck it, screw it. I want to have the sound effect. Yo, it's so nice how you can add a new channel point reward just with a click in Streamerbot. It's so easy to do. Yeah, it's amazing. It's very, very cool. And you can do so much with it as well. Like, if you can think of it, you can most likely do it. Like, there are some other techniques that I think are cool, but I don't know how to implement them yet. I mean, I would know how to implement them, but I just don't know how to make it fit with the stream. You know, give it a purpose. For example, like the more someone uses a channel point reward, the more expensive it gets. Like the more bees it costs until it resets or something. Like I think that as an interesting uh an interesting, you know, what's it called? You could do something interesting with that. I just don't know what that interesting thing is yet. You know what I mean? And that's just one example. You can have it create channel point rewards on the fly. You can make them hide rewards when you don't want them, which is definitely going to be useful for this focus thing because remember in the old overlay, people would be redeeming focus when we're like playing a game or just chatting or something, full screen cam, and then have to go in and have to like refund their focus and all that. Now I can make it only appear when we're in this particular scene working on the comic and stuff. So that's very cool. Yeah, let me find this "Let's Do It" sound effect. Where is that? Where is my "Let's Do It"? It's called Focus. What was it called? Can't find it. Gosh darn it! I got so many files from the old overlay, but I don't know which one would have been the "Let's Do It." I would have thought I would call it "Let's Do It," but that is not what it's called, and it's not called Focus either. Maybe it's not even in this folder, which is annoying. LDI, what does that mean? The focus both worked and didn't. Greg still forgot what he was doing. Well, the focus isn't working yet. We haven't added all the magic yet. Oh, abbreviations, LDI. Oh, no, I would never call it that. That's just, I don't even know what you were talking about. Maybe it's in a different folder. Yeah. Maybe it's not even in this folder at all. You know what? I could just open up I've got the old OBS. I could just look into the old OBS and see where that sound file is coming in from. But that's just gonna be a whole thing. I'll just do it off stream. I find it. I feel like it's somewhere right here somewhere. But where? Whatever. I'm also scared to open up any of these files because they might be, you know, some sort of copyrighted song or something. Magic Sword, The Way Home. 50s Manhattan. Yeah. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Maybe it'll have to wait until next week until we have it actually plugged in and working live, and then you'll hear it again for the first time. That would be good. Also, holy crap, I am super hungry, super thirsty. I gotta go. I got to go. Lunchtime. Do you have the old overlay and can look at the linked up file there? Yes, I do, but it's on an old OBS and I'm not... Oh, hang on, I could just open it. I could just open it over here. I'm currently using a portable mode OBS so that I can like back it up easier. It's just one folder. But I still have the old OBS, which I'm opening up right now. And that should be in here for this. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh geez Louise. Here we go. Yeah, some stuff in old OBS. If I go into focus.
Let's do it.
There we go. Oh, I did have the color border. Okay, it wasn't that far off my sketch, as it, after all. Okay, they got the ticking sound. Where is the sound effect for "Let's Do It"? Why is there no sound file? Oh! Wait, no, surely not. Is it in the video of the...
Let's do it.
It's actually in the
Let's do
video.
it.
That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna play that way. Alright. Alright. That's it's fine, because I actually needed that ticking clock thing anyway. Sure. Why not? Why the hell not? Let's see what it looks like. I might splice out the sound effect and not have the ticking sound if the ticking sound is a bit weird. So for now,
Let's do it.
it's there. I can't actually hear it. I have to do some magic here, but we can have it there. We can have a chroma key thing, a color key thing to get rid of the. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Color key, not chroma key. I'll actually show what chroma key does. Do that. Select the color black. You make it this. Whatever's. Oh gosh. There we go. Something like that, I don't know. I forget what happens at the end. Oh. Oh, it's a white low J. It's because I made it. Oh, I see. I did a color correction thing. I didn't realize there's a low J at the end. Forgot. Ooh. Chroma key versus color key probably removes a range of colors instead of just a specific hex code. More for green blue screens that don't have a consistent firm color. Oh, I see. Okay. Good to know.
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, I could do this better. I might plug the sound, cut the sound out from that video file so I have more control over it, and then have Streamerbot play that sound whenever I wanted to. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, good that we found it. I think that is now a wrap for today's stream. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring or confusing or both. Probably was. My apologies. But hey, I learned actually. If you guys didn't learn anything, I definitely learned something. Because it's been a while since I've had my brain figure all that out. Because I haven't actually jumped into that stuff too much this week because of the store. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention. Did I mention there's a store update? Brand new things in store right now at the Loading Hours.com store. What does it look like? It looks like this. This. Not this, but this. Bam! New stuff. Let's zoom in a bit. Look at all this new stuff here. Look at that. Boom, boom, bam. What is this? Check out more new stuff here or up there. Click that. Look at this. We got tote bags now. We got stickers. We got phone cases, Samsung and iPhone. We got new prints. We got laptop sleeves. We got more stickers. Which, by the way, you might think, wait a second, we've already seen these stickers before. Not like this, you haven't, because bam! Look at this. You got different. Oh, you can't see that for some reason. In the thingy, you got different sizes. You got 3-inch, 4-inch, and 5.5 inch. Why not? There it is. It's also cheaper than before because it's being handled by the people that handle all the other merch. So it's 3 inches cheaper, and the shipping should be better because now it's not a separate shipping completely from everything else. I think it still is, but it'll be faster because it's not coming from New Zealand, yada yada yada. Anyway, we got that. We got more tote bags over here, plucked up inspired, plucked up shirts. What's this? Oh my god, emote stickers, low JPAC, itty bitty versions. Very small, very small. So you got 25 per sheet, and look at this. You got some more phone cases, and look at this. Not just phone cases, but mugs as well. Look at these plucked up mugs. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. And look at these. You might be thinking, wait a second, why are there 3 of the same one? If you look closely, look at this. This one says, what is it about lavender you like so much? I don't like it, I love it. Or what is it about coffee you like so much? Or what is it about tea you like so much? Hitting all the different markets, all the different demographics. So, anyways, that's what I've been working on too long this week. Trying to get it done in time for Christmas. Hey, put that spider. Nice catch, Firefly. Put a shirt on, Jesus Christ. And there's also shipping deadlines, but take these deadlines with a giant grain of salt, because who really knows anyway. But yeah. But yeah. Hope you like it. And, oh, speaking of different sizes, me with a 14-inch laptop. What's this? Oh, by the way, I knew this would come up. The laptop case sizes, it's not for a 13-inch laptop, 15-inch laptop. Those sizes actually are the length and the width. Kind of separate stuff. What's this? Who's this? A relevant worm? Relevant worm? My god, you have no idea how relevant you are this week. Because, check this out. Because this week's comic is featuring a worm. Look at this. Wait, stop! You don't want me, I taste awful. Real bad. Take him, he's way tastier. Yeah. Ah, crap. That's it. That's just meant to be. Relevant worm, thank you again for subbing. And today would have actually been a comic stream, but we finished the comic early yesterday, so today's been much more boring and just overlay focused. But anyways, what was I saying? Super Tux. But yes, the laptop case sizes, because I feel like laptop sizes are diagonal. Like the diagonal is like 13-inch, 14-inch, 15-inch, whatever. But this is actually about the length and the width. So I don't know if that makes a difference to you, Super Tux. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I hope it's not too confusing. Because my first thought was like, oh, it's like for a 13-inch laptop or a 15-inch laptop. But it's a little bit different. I don't know. I don't even have a laptop, so I don't know what the hell it is I'm talking about. I'm all about that desktop. Love to get a laptop someday, though. I guess in the 13-inch, 15-inch would still be the diagonal thing. I don't know Pythagoras enough, but if the length is 13.5 and the width is 10.5, a squared plus b squared is c squared. Hey Siri, what is 13.5 squared plus 10.5 squared?
The answer is 292.5.
Hey Siri, what is 292.5 square root?
The answer is 283.0 times square root of x.
Alright, so if your laptop is 280, whatever that was, then I don't. Okay, I was on a roll there. I thought I was right though. A squared plus b squared is c squared, but I just don't have the Siri version of that. 30 inches of screen, but it's a bit bigger with the border. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, then I think you're most likely right, and out of luck, Super Tux. I don't know what it is I'm talking about. I don't know. But look how cool it looks. And I've also reorganized the top menu as well. So now we got, like, these are the same, but then we got cases and bags. So we got phone cases, sleeves, and tote bags, and then one whole thing for just stickers. So there you go. Hope you like it. That's the store. And I plan on adding more to it more often. I've definitely neglected the store for a long time. I don't know why. Adding stuff to it now, I'm like, why did I do this more often? I'm an idiot. Why did I wait until the last possible moment to add stuff to the store before Christmas? I don't know. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Which I just also remembered is today. And now I really gotta go. Okay, thank you all for watching. Take care, and I will see you all whenever I see you. Thanks again. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving if that's what you're into. And nice. Here we go. Hopefully the credits works. I don't know if they work or not. Take care. Goodbye. Farewell. I'll read it soon. See ya.